Hello? Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Carlos and Dylan. It's Dylan Day. Good morning, Ham. Good morning, Rach. Good morning, Becca. Hey. Good morning, ASCII. It's Dylan Day. We are forcibly removed from the monastery. I have been thinking of nothing but this video game because what the fuck? What the fuck? So, Rach, since you missed yesterday, I will fill you in. So, we went to the trial. We were tried. We were asked who we thought committed the atrocity against Otto, and I accused brother Guy, and he ran to the mill and locked himself inside with Lenhart, and then Lenhart shot Ulrich with a rifle, and then the townspeople burned the mill to the ground with Lenhart and Guy inside, and then we all went to the abbey to let the abbot out because it was like the soldiers are advancing and we need the abbot to be safe. And then Peter set the library on fire, and then our good boy who we love, who we are playing, ran inside of the library and supposedly burned to death. And then I was like, surely the game is over because the character we're playing has burned to death. And then the game continued, and now we're playing as the baby that was there. So Andreas burned to death, supposedly. And now we're Magdalene. For some reason, in explaining that, I forgot everybody's name for just a moment. Magdalene's an adult now, and it's years later because she's like grown up, and we're playing as her. No, the bloody baby, we didn't know the name of, and it belonged to a couple that was going to leave, but she's the printer's daughter, the printer who lost his wife and son. I'm gonna open the game. How about that? And then we'll all see. You know? If I open the game, then all will be understood. So I would say you're welcome for the recap, but I don't know if that was really helpful. Yeah, she was the baby who went over and held hands with the newborn. She was very cute as a baby. And now she's an adult, which is less exciting because she isn't as cute anymore. But it's fine. I guess. It's fine. Alright, let's... Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to Pentiment for the 5th time in a row. I wasn't expecting to be playing this game 5 days in a row. Here we are. Only ASCII knows how long the game is because she's beaten it, but we're not letting her say because it's a surprise for all of us. So here's Magdalene. Here she is. She's grown up. We are her. Oh, she runs. We were collecting these that she uses to draw. And we were called back to go find Papa because there's like a party going on. Oh, the Abbey is still kind of fucked up, huh? The Abbey's still kind of fucked up, huh? You can see it in the background. What's happening in the forest? How's the mine going? What's changed in the mine? Oh, I can look at the mine. The old salt mines, no one's mined in Tassing for ages. You're just a little baby. I'm sorry, wait a second. Those cats, these cats, this face, Very powerful. All right, let's go. Daniel, the resident warlock, welcome. This waterfall is so fucking loud. Okay. What do we have to say? I can't believe how quickly the leaves changed this year. It's nice to see some green this time of year. Horehound is one of the few plants that grows year-round. Oh, you know that. Are you also an herbalist? My boy! Václav! Hello, Magdalene. Hello, Smokey. My boy. My beautiful boy. Up into the meadow. Can I go to the Abbey? Oh, it's in disarray. Oh, it's all fallen apart. Oh my god. Everybody fucking died. Oh no. The hand is back! The hand of St. Moritz, the poor Clarice take care of it now that the benedictions are gone. I'll rip to your wisdom tooth, Daniel. I had my wisdom teeth removed last year. Beautiful, powerful, very relaxing time that I had, to be honest, so. Gertrude! Hi. God bless you, Magdalene. Son of Mousefinger! Son of Mousefinger! And his son. 2 of them. Yes! Extremely good, Son of Mousefinger! 2 of them. Look at him, he's all angry. He's an angry little man. Oh, very good. Oh, Margaret. Hello, Margaret. It's Magdalene. Oh, Magdalene, God bless you. You don't normally come to the convent alone. What brings you here? Not that you're not welcome, of course. It's always wonderful to have visitors. I had some spare time and thought I would say hello. Oh, well, hello. Haha. It is good to hear your voice, though. I enjoy it when outsiders visit the convent. Do you miss the outside world much, sister? Yes, sometimes. I miss the other Benedictine sisters especially, Benedictine. She'd never admit it, but Sister Lisbeth had the most wonderful voice. I always stood next to her if I could. That's so cute. Why stay then? Why didn't you leave when the Benedictines left Curacao? Ha! Truth be told, I was too frightened to leave. Curacao is my home. I didn't like the idea of becoming accustomed to a new place. Learning the convent's ins and outs was hard enough. I never went outside the convent much anyway. I know where everything is here, even if it's changed over the years. Sister Gertrude had always planned to stay too. The garden always needs tending, and 2 hands make light work. Besides, I can't leave Mousefinger behind. That's true. She's truly the Queen of Curacao. Has the convent changed very much since the poor Clarice arrived? Yes, the food is simpler and some of the prayers are different, but all the chores and gardening is the same. Gertrude misses making ink for the scriptorium, but I've enjoyed learning the sisters' new customs. Speaking of which, I should probably return to my chores. Of course, sister. Apologies for interrupting. Not at all, Magdalene. God bless you. I want to go pet Son of Mousefinger again. This is so powerful. Yes. Yes. Son of Mousefinger. The most powerful creature. Oomst. Hi, Franziska. And nobody else? Alright, goodbye. Do I get to decide Magdalene's stats? I want to decide Magdalene's stats. Wait, do I have a stat sheet? Empiricist. Magdalene has a basic empirical mind. She's well read on the nature of plants and animals, as well as possessing a keen ability to think through and process information she receives, along with its implications. Very cute. The old stage show of St. Moritz has seen better days. Oh, did the inn? Is the inn open? Are we okay? Killian! Hi! Hi, Hannah. Good morning, Magdalene. You play kickball with a pair of Franciscans? That's very cute. Oh, to play kickball. What happened to the baby that was here? There was a baby that I could never interact with, but it was here. Don't think I've forgotten. Alright, let me go up to the mill. Sube! Lots of pets. Lots of pets. Yeah! Andreas. Who's your parents? Who named you Andreas? Hello? Good day, Master Muller. What are you up to today? Drawing? Anything interesting? No? Secrets? Oh, I see. I'll leave you to it then. Ulrich! Anna! Elsa! Okay, they came back. Okay, so like, Paul and everybody came. This is so cute! Hi, Elsa. Hi, Anna. And they passed the hat down to Ulrich. Magdalene! Hello, Ulrich. Hello! What are you doing? Watching? Very well. Keep up the good work. Work! Hi, just like Mom. I will work now. Yeah, he's playing with a little horse. He's got the little horse on the stick. The little drawings. I have to go down to see if what the drawings look like down in the pit. I can't! I can no longer enter the pit! No! The worst fate. Anybody hanging out? What do you have to say about the maze, ma'am? Mary, Mother of Jesus. Her painting has been here as long as I can remember. Okay, that's all. That's fine. I'm still recovering from Son of Mausfanger. Okay, that's home. I need to go see everybody else. Hi, Brigitte. Hello, Martin. You know, Martin. Oh, you accused Martin. You got him killed. ASCII very powerful. He's here now. Look at this cow. Judah, Hetty, and Simon, and Hans. Oh, hi, Hans. Hello, Magdalene. Hello, Hans. Did you need something? Kraft hasn't bothered you again, has he? Or gotten into some other trouble? Let me see. Let me see him! No, he's been fine, mostly. Good, that boy's a thorn in my boot. He's lazy, arrogant, doesn't care for his family. He'll bring shame to the Bauer name one day. You say that about everybody. I avoid sticking my nose into people's affairs, but Martin... Anyway, didn't mean to complain. Until later, Magdalene. Till then... Gertners. Holy shit. Ill Peter is still alive. Undying Peter. Immortal Peter. Peter the Endless. He literally does look like he's dissolving in acid. He's falling apart, but he still lives. Hello? Hello? Oh, what's upstairs? Nothing. Oh no. Oh no, I'm sorry. Thank you for the blesses. I'm very blessed. In this game, we have to bless. Andress, is this your lady? Hey Magda, oh we're friends! Is this your lady? Good morning, Mistress Druckrin. Good morning. Is that your daughter? That's... no, that would mean too much time has passed. Matilda! God bless you, Magdalene. God bless you. Thank you. Is this Ursula? Yeah. Hello, Magdalene. Fabian. Yeah, that man's alive, which is crazy. Nobody's a... the Abbey doesn't... the Abbey isn't like... the Abbey isn't like a thing anymore, so they're just down here wearing like normal clothes? Artemis? Hello, Magdalene. Who are you? Who are you? Black Till. Hello, Magdalene. Eva, hello, Magna. Magda. Christina? Hi, Magda. Hello, Christina. What are you doing today? Helping Mom? Aisha's right, you're really pretty. Oh, thank you, you're really pretty too. Hee hee. Thank you. Don't tell, it's a secret. I definitely won't. Haha. You're funny, Magda. Very cute. Black Till. Very powerful. Very beautiful. Very powerful. I'm assuming he's Ava's new husband? She has another child, so I don't think that would have happened. Hi, Ots. Hey again, Mags. Are you serious? I just told you not to call me that. And what are you all doing out here? Don't you have better things to do? What business is that of yours? Is this Martin's son? I do love that about this game and its art style is like you can tell who is related to who. It's very powerful. It's craft, yeah. Not me. All my work's done, Mags. Apollo? What do you care? It's not like you've got important work to do. Pick a background that will affect your character's choices moving forward. Fuck yeah. Magdalene maintains and tinkers with the press and type, and sometimes works with Baltus. Magdalene can handle any work connected with household or animal work. Magdalene is proficient with balancing numbers. Ew, gross. Animal work? Or a tinkerer? Aski, which one did you pick? This is very important. We're doing the different run today. You know, we're doing the see what changes. You pick tinkerer? What if we become household and animal work? And then, you know, somehow I doubt you all do half the work I have to do around the house. If your mothers weren't cooking every meal and cleaning up after you, you'd be little more than skeletons living in a pigsty. So that's what moms are supposed to do. Listen, Becca, you're more powerful than I could ever imagine. The fact that you keep books, it's unbelievable to me. Men are supposed to do work too. Did you forget that, or do you think standing in the comments with your thumb up your ass is work? Calm down, Megs. You're gonna get a reputation. Too late to worry about that. She already has a reputation. Barbs. A flirt? A haggle? Or a snoop? This is so fun. I'm so excited. Magdalene's a penchant for sneaking around, eavesdropping on conversations and passing gossip. Magdalene is a strong negotiator, whether it comes to finances or matters of trade. Magdalene likes to playfully tease and flirt with people. Magdalene is skilled at stinging, countering, and otherwise deflating people in conversation. ASCII picked Snoop, but I do think Snoop is fun. I do think Snoop is fun, though. This is so cute, though, because it's a little porcupine. You know? Because he's a little man. You know? Let's do little guy, because he's a little creature. At least I have a reputation. If you died today, your epitaphs would read 3 shitheads who spent every morning harassing girls in the comments. Jesus, Magdalene! Assuming you got a grave, that is. More likely, they'd toss your worthless bodies on a compost heap and hope for a better return. Oh. Oh my god. Jesus Christ! Yeah, Apollo, same. Alright, we got it. Lay off. Did you get those things your dad wanted? Oh, that's right. No, not yet. Hopefully I can just drop them off and start my reading for the day. Reading? What book is so important that you need to get back to it? This is so... Magdalene can't speak any foreign languages other than Italian, but she can read a little of almost all of them. She's familiar with the most popular common books of the day, assorted trivia, almanacs, common knowledge, and statological stories. Magdalene's read a wide range of contemporary books on the Reformation and Counter-Reformation. Volksbücher. Polyglot. These are good words. Can I just say that these are some good words? I don't know what any of this means, really, or what it has to do with anything. But I do like Volksbücher because it's a little man, so... Millie sang, Esther sent it to me from Prague. Who's Esther? She is. Is that about the snake woman who takes off all her clothes? Sort of, but no, not really, or at all. Ooh, does it have any pictures? Right? I want to see. Calm down, I'm not showing you lecherous dogs anything. Don't you read all sorts of books about trees and birds and whatever? Yes, trees and birds and whatever, that's right. People are finally writing down what they see in nature instead of copying something a Greek imagined centuries ago. Do you have any books on frogs? Very important question! Magdalene, this boy, he's asking you things that I think are vital. What? Never mind. Wait, aren't you supposed to be at the rat house too? You're on the council! Sure, but it's pointless without your dad's plants. Hurry up and get them. I'll see you there. Magdalene, answer the question. Do you have any frogs? Hello, ma'am. Oh, Gret. Are you okay? Bless you, Magdalene. Your husband got shot with a rifle. Okay, stop. I want to go up here. Stop talking to me. Okay. Holy shit! Hi, Carl. Stoles. How's that boy doing? He isn't. These flowers have been sitting on his side table for like 2 decades. Hello? That's you? Ciao, Magdalene. Oh, hey. What a mess. I don't know how Balthus can get anything done with all this in the way. Hi, Balthazar. Magdalene! Magdalene! Yes? The cinnamon I added to the beer is perfect. Cinnamon, doesn't that come from Ceylon? Ugh, yes, at great cost. Oh, never mind that. It's for the Christmas celebration. Oh, I suppose you don't have much time left. Quite right. The wheel of time stops for no man, but it's going to be wonderful. Cinnamon, coffee from Ethiopia, cacao from the New World. You know what, that sounds fucking great. Jesus Christ. Who has the money? He who has the money can do everything. Problem? Of course not, it's your money. Anyway, I'm quite excited about it. Clearly. As much as alchemy is not normally my strong suit, and for all of Nazu's complaints about the cost, the base rye we're using is free. Isn't that against the purity order? Well, heh. The council and I, we agreed not to discuss it in public. Besides, I'm not charging anyone for it. And that makes it better? The farmers had so much rye this year, they just couldn't use it all. Grant made as much bread with it as she could, but she wound up having to throw a lot out. So why not make beer? I wish you the best of luck with it. Thank you. Powerful concept. Alright, let's go get the plans from Papa before we enter the rat house. The rat house is the biggest building in Tassing. Balthus's clock took ages to build in place. Alright, Papa. Nope, that's not the right house. That's the incorrect house, actually. We have to go more to the right. There is house. Snoop, Snoop, Snoop. No, don't sleep. Oh, he's still got the picture of his wife and... Oh, God. What's over here? The Rat House mural sketches. I think this is what my dad wants. I think these are all the plans. What is... Is this part of the plans? Oh no, it's happening again! Oh my god, stop. Huh. This isn't Dad's handwriting. I can actually kind of read this. What an odd color. We don't have ink like this here. At least I don't think we do. Well, whatever. I'll bring it just in case. Alright, I better get these over to the rat house. You just bring your dad a note that says stop, and you just hand it to him. Okay. I'm a huge fan of the fact that this person hasn't changed their MO even once in all these years. They're just like, nah, dude, fuck it. The purple ink, leaving just one... It's just... It's the way to go. Oh, Big Jorg got fucked up in the fight. But he's okay. He lost an eye, but he's okay. We got our boy, our hot boy Werner, he's doing okay, and we got Paul, who's looking kind of depressed. I don't understand how we're still arguing about this. These murals should depict the truth, what we know is the truth. I don't think it's so simple, Klaus. Are you afraid of angering our Lord, Father Thomas? I think Father Thomas means that the truth is not so easily agreed upon. I don't know, I'm tired of arguing. I just want it to look nice and show what happened. Magdalene, thank you for bringing these. Maybe illustrations will succeed where talking has failed. I'm done arguing with them. I'll see you at home for supper. I just got here. It's alright, Magdalene. We don't need to see the drawings. It's not that we don't understand what he's trying to do. I didn't realize we'd upset him so much. Sounds like things got worse after I left. Well, we've been arguing about this for almost 2 hours. Yeah, no, that's enough, I think. For all the good it did us, he hasn't budged. What's the point of talking if you can't make any progress? Magdalene, could you speak to your father? Help him see things from our point of view? I don't even know what you're arguing about. What is your point of view? Klaus has strong, very strong opinions on how the history of Tassing of Curacao Abbey should be portrayed. And those portrayals may upset some of our neighbors. Isn't the real concern that it's going to upset the Lord? Isn't everyone really worried about him coming here someday and seeing the revolt memorialized on the wall? God? Coming into the rat house? That's what I'm worried about, is that God is going to enter the rat house. The Lord of Tassing. No. No, it's the Lord. Our Lord. He's gonna come here. Keep saying that we all disagree with him. I don't think I do, not entirely. What do you think, Jorg? I know I'm not the smartest man in this room, but I know what happened to my own dad. I know what he did. It doesn't feel right to ignore what happened to him. What happened to Otto. Look, you all knew my dad. I never had the chance. I don't want to make the people in this town angry. I don't want to make our Lord angry. None of us do, but maybe there's a way to tell this story in a way that's true without upsetting anyone. So, it's all very complicated. You see, Magdalene? Try to get him to consider a portrayal of our history that's a little less inflammatory. My father was deeply affected by the revolt. It won't be easy to convince him of everything. So you want me to convince him to do what you say. I'm sure that will work. And to think the council's meant to be the best of Tassing. Prickly. Magdalene! Such speech is entirely uncalled for. We need to come to an agreement or call off the mural entirely. He's been wanting to paint this mural for years. You can't tell him no all of a sudden. Then help us, Magdalene. Your father will listen to you. Won't promise anything, though. He's already hard enough to convince. Only so he can paint it, not on account of your bickering like children. Now, I'm going back home. This mess has taken up too much of my day already. What the fuck? We have actual time now. It's October. Magdalene? Thank you for bringing the drawings to the rat house. I'm sorry it was a waste of time. These men don't know what they want. When I tell them what I'm trying to do, they get scared. And they talk and talk and talk. They talk all day and we're never any closer to a decision. I'm sick of it. Sick of the whole thing. Can you just start working on it? If they don't like it, they'll have to figure it out for themselves. I'm worried about you. I know, I appreciate the concern. I suppose I haven't been this upset about something in a while. Daniel, thank you for the sip. I'll get through it, I just need time. Why is it bothering you so much? We hear all these stories about what this place was, how it came to be. And it feels like history is something that happened before, happened to other people. But 18 years ago, we lived through something, you and I. Everyone in Tassing. Everyone wants to forget about it, pretend it didn't happen. You don't. No, I don't. All those years ago, I did nothing. I was worried for you, worried for Benjamin and Rachel and Esther. Who the fuck is Benjamin? Oh, him! Okay. I was so afraid that I'd lose you, I wouldn't have been able to bear it. In the end, so many people died anyway. Peter and Ulrich and Andreas and all of the others. And we lived. Dad, everyone says that it wouldn't have made any difference. If you and the others had fought, you would have died. I would have died. Maybe I could have stopped him from going to the mill. Or maybe we could have stopped the peasants from burning it down. But we'll never know. Is that what this is about, this mural? It's a chance to put something down in a place where everyone can see. If people start to forget, this will remind them. We were here. This happened. If I don't do it, who will? You're right, Dad. You're gonna be murdered for it, but you're right. I wish the men in that rat house saw me the way that you do. One way or another, you'll figure it out. I hope so. All the arguing has left me beat. I'm going to bed early. Alright, I'm gonna stay up for a bit and write a letter to Esther. Good, please say hello to her from me. And her parents. I know, Dad. Good night, Magdalene. I love you. I love you too. All this running around's left me tired too. It'd be nice to sit down at my desk and just write for a while. Okay. You can do that, that's fine. Alright, where to begin? Ah, I should write to Esther. Dearest Esther. Show me Esther. Here she is. Hope you've been well. Autumn has reached us here in Tassing at last. I spent the last few days collecting oak galls with Sister Gertrude. I don't suppose you have the chance to do that in Prague. Good evening, Nosk. Welcome! Sister Gertrude has been teaching me how to grind them into a smooth ink. It's difficult work, but you'll find no better ink anywhere in Bavaria. I'll send along a bottle with this letter. Oh, did I mention? Dad started a new project. He's painting a mural of Tassing's history in our new rat house to memorialize the revolt. The whole thing has me thinking about my own family history, past, present, and future. I don't think I want to stay in Tassing forever. It's a quaint place to grow up, but I'm 20 now. The printing shop has been in the family for years. I'm looking forward to taking it over. Stop writing. I'm not writing. Stop it. No, it's fine. Of course, Dad will keep running it until he can't pull the levers anymore, but I'll take over sooner or later. If I inherit the shop, I won't have to get married either. Christ, you would not believe how annoying Otz is. I think his mom is under the impression he's been courting me. Can you imagine? And yes, before you break the nib off your pen, I will come visit you in Prague, I promise. I'll try to make time to visit before winter. Life has been bustling here. Dad's been busy with the rat house mural, so I've taken over in the workshop. I'm sure it will be a sight to behold once it's finished. Right back to me soon. All my love, Magda. Lesbians? Question mark? Question mark. They're friends, unless... Wait, no, I want to go to the woods. All I do in this fucking game is I go to the woods. And I pray that I find some curse happening deep in the woods. Ah! They held hands when she was just a baby, and now they're like... It's like, oh... One of these fucking days, I swear to God. One of these fucking days. I'm gonna go down here and there's gonna be someone here. I swear to God. One of these days. Let me into the mine. Let me in. It's just like Twilight, exactly. She imprinted on her. But the good news about that is that they were both babies. And it wasn't a fully grown adult man looking at a newborn and being like, oh, this is it for me. Do you ever think about that? I don't think about that very often, but now I'm thinking about it. And it's like, Jesus Christ. like... I can go in here at night. And I can pet Son of Mousefinger. Yeah. Okay. Can I go in? I'm a woman, let me in. Have you been reading this book for like the entire day? Your eyes must be like straining. That must be like uncomfortable. Let me in. Let me into the abandoned church where I'm sure no one has like been living illegally. Show me the creature. Show me the crab man. What if the crab man was in this game? Snow is creeping down the mountains. Winter will be here soon. Just like in Game of Thrones. Oh my god, go inside. Maglin. The door is locked. And the child is outside. Yeah, the hand went missing. And now it's back. And also, we haven't talked to Amelie. I don't know if we know Amelie exists. She was... Last time we saw her, she was digging her own grave. So... You know, it leaves me with a lot of questions. About, like, how she's doing. Oh my god, my nose is itchy. Anything but this. Rat house? Rat house. No. No. What am I discovering? I want to discover things. Oh, where's the boy? This game loves to let me into buildings, and then it's like, I have nothing for you. And it's like, then why did you let me do this? Why would you do this to me? I'm going to bed. Oh, you don't get a lot by exploring everywhere in this part of the game? Well, my instincts betray me. Somebody please, for the love of God, get under the covers. They always go to sleep. It's October. It must be cold. Oh no. Oh no. Dad? Dad? Magdalene. Dad! Hang on, I'm coming. He's... Yeah. I mean... Yeah. Yeah. Magdalene. What happened? Are you alright? You're bleeding! It's a head wound! Someone came into the house. It hit me over the head. I'll go get Dr. Stoltz. Try not to move, Dad. Magdalene, it's not safe. Whoever attacked me. Wounds due for me to take care of my own. We need Dr. Stoltz. Magdalene, be careful. I will. I'll be right back, I promise. Why are hours passing? Why why did that take so long? Okay, we skipped ahead to, like, this point. I was like, did it take us, like, this long to... Do you know why anyone would want to attack you, Klaus? No, maybe someone didn't like one of the books I sold them. Are you sure you didn't see a shadow and hit your head on the printing press? Come on, Jorg, you saw the workshop. Somebody was looking for something. A burglar in Tassing? That's preposterous. Well, if it wasn't an attack, what was it? Enough. It was a deliberate blow to the head, unless any of you wish to debate my diagnosis. No. As I thought. Truthfully, Klaus, I'm surprised the blow didn't kill you. You have a strong skull. It's a grave injury. Magdalene, you'll need to help take care of your father. I will, whatever I need to do. Good. Of course, the mural will have to be called off now. Klaus, you absolutely cannot get out of bed. No, it has to be done. This is too important. Just give me some time to rest. I'll find a way to make it work. I don't think we need to cancel the entire project. Can't we just wait? Klaus, your health comes first. Anyway, we haven't even been able to agree on what the mural should be. Indeed, it might be best to abandon the entire idea. With respect, Father Thomas, you're not on this council. Yes, just offering an opinion. I can paint the mural. What? Mags, quit joking around. Well, I know you want to help your dad, but aren't you too young for something this big? I've been painting since before I could walk. You don't think I'm good enough? I'm old enough to run the print shop by myself. Dad trusts me to illustrate books. I've been painting since I was... before I could walk. I mean, it's not that you're not good at painting, Mags. It's just... painting a mural this large and complicated will take a lot of skill and expertise. So that's why we were having your dad make it. He's been making art forever. I agree with Paul. Klaus needs home care. You're best suited for that, Magdalene, not a mural. The misogyny. What's that supposed to mean? Well, are you sure you're up for it? Physically, I mean. It's quite demanding. You'd be up on scaffolding and could fall. Are you not listening to me? What would any of you know about it? Dad and I are the only people here who've done this work. I can do it, Dad. If you don't trust Magdalene to do the mural, to hell with the lot of you. Klaus! If you don't trust her, you don't trust me. I'll never do any work for this council again. Okay, let's let her. Alright. Doesn't look like we have much of a choice. Paul's expression really makes me want to be like, just like everything he says, just, it doesn't look like we have much of a choice. Very well. Alright, Magdalene, you can do it. But you still need to talk to us about what you're doing, alright? Fine, but I'm taking Dad's ideas into account. Well, we'll figure it out. Thanks, Magdalene. Rest up, Klaus. I'll do my best, Jorg. Magdalene, just a moment? Yes, what is it? Your father's lucid right now, but his injury is severe. His current demeanor is misleading. What are you saying? Magdalene, there's damage to his brain. He may have a few weeks, maybe even a few months left, but he's not going to survive. Say nothing. You can make him comfortable, and you can enjoy the time you have left. But time will run out before long. Papa. Dad needs to be able to see the mural in its finished form. But I don't know how much time he has left. Warner said it could be a few months. Or, God protect him. I'll pick up where Dad left off. He wanted to paint the history of Tassing from its earliest days to the revolt. I'll start with the earliest part of Tassing's history, the pagan tribes and the Romans. Then I'll move on to the founding of the Abbey and Tassing's saints. After that, I should find a way to represent our recent history, depicting the revolt as important to Dad. People in Tassing might know some of the town's history, but not all of it. Dad said the library in Curacao had some records. He was going to write to the last prioress to see if she had any information. I should write to her now while I'm thinking about it. Alright, where to begin? Dad told me the last prioress of Curacao knew something about the old history of Tassing. He said she became the abbess in a convent in Bologna. Mother Illuminata? Yes, it's Santa Margarita! I should write to her! Fuck yeah! Normally... Prior... All of it. Put all of it. My name is Magdalene Drucker, and I do not believe we were met as I was very young when you left Curacao. You were acquainted with my father. He bought many books from the library before that terrible fire consumed the place. I'm writing because my father and I are creating a mural in the Tassing Rat House. It's going to tell the history of our community and of Curacao as well. We have only legends and folklore, since of course all of Curacao's books were destroyed in the fire. I was hoping you could tell us something about the early history of the town when the Romans were here. If you know anything about the early history of the abbey itself, we would also be glad to hear of it. We would appreciate any help you could give us, and we hope you are well. But I had a personal question. Was it hard to return to Italy? My father always spoke highly of you, especially how you cared for the sisters after the fire. God bless you. Magdalene. I want to finish the mural before Christmas. I should start planning tomorrow. I should head to bed and get as much rest as I can. Go to sleep. I literally can't leave the house, so yeah. Did we ever find out about the Baron's scandalous book? I don't think so. Oh. Magdalene. Hey Dad, how are you feeling? Can I get you anything? No, I'm fine. You go on. Alright, I'll come back and check on you later. For some reason, I didn't know that he was in our house because it looked so different, and I was shocked to see him there. Which makes more sense than him being, like, dragged across town. But for some reason... Hey, that's a lot. Hey. 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 That was a lot of time. Rikspostman! Oh, it's the postman. Rikspostman, okay? Mistress Druckerin, I have a few letters here addressed to you. Take care now. I would love to be a postman on a horse. Are you kidding me? Look at this. So fancy. Beautiful, lovely, powerful. Mother Illuminata wrote back to me. I hope her response helped me paint the mural. It's gonna be the purple ink that's just like, stop. Mistress Druckerin, thank you for your letter. I hope this reply finds you and your father in good health. I remember you both, as your father would carry you between the rows of our library in its final years. I also remember your late mother and brother. God rest their souls. Keep their souls. While we did have some books that discuss Tassing's past, it's likely they were as mythological as what your neighbors believe. That said, I remember one of the peasants, Tillman Kreutzer, read about the history of the town. I know he died during the revolt, but perhaps his family knows some of what he learned. I should also say that it's not true that all of Curacao's books were destroyed by the fire. Andreas Mailer managed to save some from the flames, God rest his soul. In the aftermath of that terrible night, cataloging and preserving the surviving books was not at the top of any of our minds. Even so, this topic has stirred a memory within me. Several years before the fire, there was a death at Curacao, the murder of Baron Rothvogel. He had mentioned something about finding a copy of Historia Tassier, a comprehensive chronicle of your home. I'd forgotten about it until now because the murder dominated all of our thoughts in the days and weeks that followed. It troubles me now because I recall that the late Father Matthias was also reading a copy of Historia Tassiae shortly before he died. We never accounted for either book's whereabouts. They may have been hidden somewhere in the library and went up with everything else. Perhaps Prior Ferenc took it from the Baron after the murder. Ferenc had an interest in books of all sorts, of course, but it seems like an odd thing to do in the moment. Then again, only God knows what he did and why he did it. Niklaus Haberl, the Baron's manservant, believed it may have been stolen by the town thief Martin Bauer. If Martin is still alive, I would ask him if he knows where the book is. He isn't. Hopefully he didn't trade it for a mug of beer on his way out of Tassing her face. If the man has passed from this world, perhaps his family knows where the book wound up. As for the history of the Abbey, I fear that was also lost in the blaze. However, as sacristan, Prior Matthew learned a great deal about the subject. Is Matthew okay? I've not kept in contact with him, but I know that he is now the Archdeacon of Sion. He's no longer a Benedictine, but he uses his family name. Oh God, fucking Saux! If you write to him soon, your letter may reach him before snow covers that. Please convey my best wishes to your father. He was a good friend of the Abbey in its better years. Despite the violence that occurred, I hold no ill will toward anyone from Tassing. I pray that you've seen better days since that night, and that God forgives the many errors we made. God bless you as well. Mother Illuminata, Abbess of Santa Margherita. How nice! Esther wrote to me as well. My dear Magda, I pray it goes well with you. Prague has been blessedly warm as of late. We're still residing outside of the city, but we found a place to stay nearby. Father thinks the king's expulsion order will be lifted eventually. He says Jews are too important to printing here for the king to push us out forever. Speaking of printing, your ink was well received indeed. I've made several prints with it. They look lovely on the wall. Elisha has taken to making his... Elijah, I'm assuming, has taken to making his own ink from scraps he found around the house after he saw yours. Mother was furious when he spent several pfennigs trying to find lapis at the market. She set him scrubbing the floors for it. Took him 3 days. I'm glad you're keeping busy, even though it keeps you from visiting. Father says we'll have room whenever you decide to make an appearance. And if you take over the shop in Tassing, you'll have to make visits to Prague for supplies. Who knows, maybe you'll meet someone here. I've made a good match, too. Before the expulsion, there was a handsome man at synagogue, Simon, who caught my eye. His father's a merchant, and he's a doctor. He went to the University of Padua. Can you believe it? I'd quite like to marry him if I can find him again. Anyway, I think you'd have even better luck than me. The boys would swoon at a beautiful blonde artist from the Alps. Please keep us abreast of your father's mural. We'll have to come see when it's finished. Blessings, Esther. So no lesbians? I'll have to write Esther back tonight. I should head home and check on Dad. Hey Dad, how are you feeling? Magdalene. Sitting upright is still a struggle, I'm afraid. The dizziness makes my stomach turn, so I'd rather not to eat at the moment. Are you sure? I can bring up something light, like milk or broth. Milk is not light. No, I can't stomach anything just yet. But tell me, where are you off to? Nothing settles my upset stomach like a glass of milk. I need to get started on the first part of the mural today, the old history. Mother Illuminata didn't know much about Tassing's early history, but she did give me a few places to start. I'm gonna ask Blacktail if his grandfather told him any stories. Illuminata said he used to read about the Romans. Mother Illuminata, Magdalene. Right, yes, Mother Illuminata, sorry. Young Kreutzer has mentioned those tales from time to time, yes? He comes by to borrow books now and then. Usually when he's found some interesting old ruin out in the fields, you might ask him about that. Il Peters always harumphed about how no one paid attention to the old ways anymore, too. I'm sure he'll have some stories to tell about old Tassing. You might stop to talk to him. But he's so mean. Give him grace, Magdalene. He's had a hard life. A long life. Alright, I'll talk to him too if I have time. You might talk to Smokey too. The old charcoal burner seems to know more about what's in the woods around town than anyone else. That, and he's a known gossip. He's always been kind to me when I talk to him. I'm certain he'll know something about the ruins. You may hear something worth your while at any rate. I'll go talk to him. What about the ruins or the mines? I can't just use books and stories alone. I want to explore whatever's left over from the Romans and before. The salt mine and the Roman ruins are the oldest parts of Tassing, so it only makes sense to see what they left behind. Ah, you take after your mother. She was always thorough in her research. You always said that that's what good artists do, Dad. Be careful, all right? I know the twins mess around near the salt mine, but I don't want you getting hurt. I don't know why York doesn't keep them in line, always making trouble, those two. At least Artemis actually knows how to read. I don't think Apollo can even spell his name. The boy struggles with his letters, Magdalene. Don't shame him for it. Not everyone's a printer's daughter. Don't forget your other chores while you're running around town, all right? We still have a household to run. Don't worry, I'll get everything done. That's my girl. I'd better get going. Oh, I was like, is that him speaking? I better get going if I want to do all that today. I'll see you later, Dad. Good luck, Magdalene. I was like, you better get going where, Dad? To heaven? He's fine. Magdalene said, fuck dyslexic people. If you can't read, I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to Il Peter. And Martin, who is definitely Martin, and real. Hey. Morning, Magdalene. How's Klaus? Enduring. Even when his speech is slurred, he keeps a cheerful heart. I don't know what life would be like without him. Klaus is a good man, Magdalene. Tassing is a better place thanks to him. He's one of the few in Tassing who hasn't been on my back all this time. What do you mean? Don't pretend like you haven't heard townsfolk have whispered shit about me for years. So what if I occasionally get into a few brawls? I'm an honest man. I wasn't involved with what happened to Otto Zimmerman. I supported his cause. I've pulled my weight around here, tilled the soil, salted the meats, provided for Brigida and Kraft. I've done enough to back-breaking work for this family. Can't a man just have a goddamn rest? I believe you, Martin. Please don't kill me. Damn right. Right, I lost enough time to it as it is. Time for you to go. I almost forgot the reason I came to you. I'm trying to learn about the history of Tassing. I was told you could help. Me? What do I know about history? I heard you stole a book from that baron all those years ago. The one who was murdered? The nobleman that strange monk was doing dark magic against? That was a lifetime ago. I can't remember a book or what I did with it. Those years are a blur. Probably threw it away somewhere. I left it at home. Wouldn't have been much for me to do with the book. I can't read. Too unique for me to have sold, too. No one outside Tassing cares about its history anyway. Maybe I should ask for Brigida if she remembers anything about it. Sure, it couldn't hurt. It was decades ago, but she's the one who remembers shit because that wasn't me. Thanks for the help, I guess. Uh-huh. If there's nothing else, I got work to do. Oh! Until later, Martin. Violence! Magdalene, how are you keeping? I know what you are! Fair enough, given the circumstances. Are you getting enough rest? I know how hard it is to manage a house alone, and you have the shop and mural to worry about, too. I remember Clara wishing she had a distraction. You might see about her helping you and your father through this difficult season. How is Klaus, by the way? Any improvement? I thought I had everything under control, but it's too hard now to keep the house up to my standards. Oh, Magdalene, you're a true credit to your mother. The house can wait. Some of the women will come to help you. Please focus on your dad. You're one of the only people who've asked how I'm doing before asking about my dad. I know how it is to be the sole caregiver. Yourself disappears behind the needs of the person you're looking after. I worry about you carrying that weight alone. I remember when my dad fell. We cared for him best we could, but those few months before he passed were a tough time for everyone. But I believe God will pull your dad through, whatever the doctor says. We need him. God willing, you're right. I'm at his mercy. God willing. Amen. Have you thought about what you'll do if your dad fucking dies? Dad would want me to keep up the printing press. Wouldn't that be a sight? Are you sure you could handle it? It's a lot to manage on your own. But you're a good girl, Magda. There are any number of families in Tassing who'd be happy to take you. You have someone in mind, don't you? I literally can't imagine who you'd be alluding to. There's not a single young man of quality in this town. Not even young Otts? Heh, he's about as subtle as his father, God rest Otto's soul. Ah, I miss him. Jesus Christ, I wish I got to meet him, though. Properly, I mean. He made an impression, that's for certain. Oh, the girls around town knew better than to moon after him, though that didn't stop some of us. He was from the start, as Otts appears to be yours. But if nothing ever comes of that, know that you're always welcome to in my family, Magda. Marry my son. Kraft's a nice, hard-working boy. He's got a sharp mind. He can provide for a family. I'm not sure we're a good match. Not every marriage starts off on solid footing, but if you pray and work and trust in the Lord, you can find it in time. Believe me. It's not working out, how can you be sure a couple belongs together? God knows, he brings people together for a purpose. We don't need to understand it, only to have faith in Providence. In any case, I should get back to the chores. Remember what I said, whatever happens, you're always welcome in my home. Before I forget, I had a question about an old book. Martin's supposed to have stolen it from that baron who was killed years ago. Do you know what happened to it? Oh. I hope this doesn't get me into any trouble, but I still have it hidden in a drawer. Martin left it behind when he ran off. He went through all the trouble to take it, but didn't bring it along? Martin was a thief, but he wasn't stupid. I'm sure he realized no one would believed he'd come by the book honestly, so he couldn't sell it. Why'd you keep it? What was I supposed to do? The Baron was killed soon after, and there I was holding his stolen book. I didn't want Martin to get in any more trouble than he was already in. I never read it, though. I don't read well. Can I have it? I don't know. I need to reference it for the mural. But won't everyone wonder where you got the ideas? I've been talking to people all over town. They'll think I got the ideas from them. Oh, all right. I'd like to have nothing more to do with it, to be frank. It reminds me of difficult times. A stolen book of a dead nobleman in our home. Perhaps it spoiled our milk and turned our eggs all these years. Here you are. Please don't tell anyone I had this. Ah, Historia Tassier. It's in Latin, which I don't read well. I'll puzzle over it in the evening. Thank you, Brigida. You've been a big help. Of course, Magda. Be well now. God bless. You too, Brigida. Until later. Jesus, this woman just wants to be a lesbian so bad, and she's just being stopped. And, like, at what cost, you know? Hello, everybody. I'm going to talk to Il Peter, the oldest man that you've ever seen in your life. Hello, Peter. Look at the way he stands! This is a creature. Are we sure that it's Il Peter? Are we sure that this is the same Il Peter? Are we sure that this is, like, the same guy that... Can I talk to you for a moment? What's that? I was wondering if you could tell me some of the stories about Tassing. Oh, the old tales, It's been so damn long since anyone had a thought to ask me about what I know. There's still a few of the old tales knocking about in this skull, Any mess from even before. Do you know any Roman legends about Tassing? Roman legends? Pah! I don't bother with stories from outsiders or tales of gods that aren't our own. The Romans did nothing but conquer our people and destroy this town. We've spent generation after generation building Tassing back up from those days. And still our traditions keep dying with no one to carry them on. Only Ursula's given a damn about them these days. I'm asking about them right now. I don't know shit about the Romans anyway. So what can you tell me about the myths of Tassing? Plenty. The Romans weren't the first ones to live here, you know. There are spirits older than the saints that live in these woods, older than the Romans. They protected Tassing before St. Moritz ever set blessed foot in this town. The good spirit is the Holy Ghost. What sort of spirits? The sort that I'm getting at. Didn't your father ever teach you patience, Magdalene? Cough, cough. Sorry. It's Pregta and her wild hunt that scare the evil ones away. They protected Tassing since its founding day. Long before those Romans, our ancestors roamed these mountains under a great chieftain called Ratus Rat II. Now folks weren't as kind as they are now, and the tribes fought one another for the best land. The old chieftain was a yellow-bellied coward who neglected the old gods. He was too proud to make offerings. Because of him, the gods favored other tribes, and Ratu's people had no land to call their own. Instead, they wandered through these mountains and valleys, hunting and gathering what they could to survive. Cough. One day, when winter was approaching, Ratus went hunting and found a wounded wolf tangled in a trap. But instead of killing the beast, as most men would, he helped the beast and loosed it from its bounds. Was the wolf a spirit in disguise? Heh, of course not. Wolves are wolves, girl. Spirits don't need the skins of animals for their power. Still, you've got the sense of the thing. The old gods are keen to repay favors done, and Pregta's the goddess of the wild hunt. The wolves are her animals. She leads the wild hunt, and the wolves lead the hunts of the forest. Back in my day, folk knew it was bad luck to kill a wolf. Now I'm the only one who remembers these things. Cough, cough. Pregta saw Ratus' action and took favor on him, and told the wolf to lead the chief to her sacred spring. Ratus led his people to the spring, and claimed it for his homeland, and we've been in this valley ever since. Then those goddamn Romans came and destroyed everything, but you see? There were other gods protecting this place before St. Moritz. That's why a few of us still honor Pregta. She protects us against witches and fiends. Great. Good, good. Nice to know I can still be of some use in this town. I have a lot to think about. Thank you for sharing your stories with me, Peter. At least someone wants to listen to me. Little Ursula used to sit by me years ago and listen to everything about the old customs. Too busy for that now, of course, but you might talk to her. She might remember more than I do now. Used to listen to the widow, too. Old Attilia knew more about the old ways than any of us. I'm tired. Talking too much has made my jaw ache. I'll leave you to rest, then. God bless you, Peter. Fuck yeah, I want to talk about... You know? I want to talk about the wolves. Where the fuck was Ursula again? Who did she marry? She married someone. She was with... Fuck if I know. Were you here? No, you're alone. And your daughter is somewhere else. And... I craft. Were you in here? No. Were you... Were you in here? No. Why is my memory failing me right now? Oh, there you are. Fuck. You're outside. Oh, Magdalene. Okay, never mind, I guess. You know, that's the way that you want to be? Fine. Okay. Smokey might know. Oh, let's try to talk to Smokey. My boy. Hi, Ots. Nope. I always think that's the woods. It's not the woods. It's this way. I talk to Blacktail. Blacktail's over here. I'll talk to Blacktail. Okay, yeah. Fuck. Hi, bud. God bless you, Magdalene. God bless you, Till. Do you have a moment? Of course, what do you need? It says you've been obsessed with your painting. I'm looking into the early history of Tassing for the first part of the mural. Mother Illuminata said your grandfather read about the history of the town. Ah, fertile fields, that is. Seemed like old pot shards and Latin trivia were all he ever talked about. All of Granddad's readings came from the Abbey's library, though, and you know what happened there. Poof! Up in smoke. So you don't have any of his old books? Only a few. Granddad tried to buy some when the Abbey fell in hard times, but they were too expensive. But I can show you something better than books. Evidence? Something like that. See, we don't have any books on the old pagans, but we do have their stuff. Shards of ceramic pots and animals, bricks from what looked to be an old forge, mountains of salt. Even found a little bear carved from amber. Where did you find all this stuff? It's not just me. Carl finds things. Fabian, too. Any farmer would tell you the same. It's all out there in the fields, under the dirt. Can't go one season without turning up something. Where are you keeping these things? Nowhere, we just toss them into piles with the rest of the rocks and root clumps. Sure, it's interesting, but we can't do much of anything with the stuff except look at it. What do you think it all means? I don't follow. How do you think these people lived? Rough, I'd say, but comfortable. We don't find much of their clothes or their houses, so they must have rotted. I guess that would mean they were living in huts. But their tools are good quality. If they weren't rusted all to hell, I'd probably use them today. I don't know why, but I assume they'd live in caves or in the muck. They weren't Christians, no doubt about that, but they weren't animals either. I'd say they had it hard, but they got by. Not so different from today, really. Earlier you mentioned something about salt. Did the pagans start the mine? Had to have, I'd say. Most people think it was a Roman project, but I think the Romans just dug out what was already there. That's why tassing was so important to the Romans in the first place, salt. So tassing wasn't just on the Imperial Road, they made the road come through tassing. Do you think there's anything left of the pagans down there? I don't know. Anything left would have to be better preserved than what we dig out in the fields. Let me in. Magdalene, tell me you aren't thinking of going down there. What if there's stuff that could help me with the mural? Magdalene! The mine is hundreds of years old. You could break your neck just getting in there. It's worth it for the mural. I want to try my best for Dad. Imagine how your dad would feel if you got hurt. Then help me get down safely and he won't have to worry. I got an achievement. We're doing it. You're bullheaded just like your mother. And your father. Probably couldn't keep you there if I tried. Please, Till? Alright, alright. Don't know how to get down there myself, but I know those twins have gotten in a time or two. No doubt they have a trick. And Balthus might not be the most reliable man, but I don't doubt he could rig something up for you too. I promise I'll be careful. I'm holding you to that, young lady. This has been a big help. Glad to spread some knowledge around, important for folks to know their past. Into the mines! You think all this pagan stuff will make it in the mural? I can bring some of the things the boys and I found over to the rat house tomorrow, if that help at all. That would be great! Glad you're taking an interest, Magdalene. I thought no one cared about the pagans but me and Granddad. I should warn you, if you do head into the forest, keep an eye out for the Lord's men. They're strict, worse now than they used to be. I'll be careful until tomorrow. Until then. Okay. 1 second. I have to go to the bathroom, and I'm not going into the mine. Like, I'm going in, it has to be perfect. Everybody, 1 moment. I will be right back. I'm gonna get a little snack too. It's gonna be good. I will be right back, and then we're going into the fucking mines. Oh my god. Hey. So, the PNG tuber can squint, and I can control when it squints, but for some reason, when I'm not here anymore, and the camera isn't detecting my face, it decides that that's the default? Like, that's the default expression? Like, if I lean out of the way... Okay, no, it still knows I'm here, for some reason, but... when I get up and leave, it always does that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for judging you all. I didn't mean to. Intermission is over. Snack time is here? Okay, the microphone... Alright, so I'm gonna go talk to Baltus, because, like... I don't think the twins... You know? I don't want that. Talking to the twins gets you a fun achievement? Okay. You know what? You know what, ASCII? If this is what... You know what, though? I can't save scum. I forgot. That's so stressful. I'm just like, what if they don't like me? And then I ask them for help and they say no, and then I don't get to go in the mines. I'll literally... I don't think that you understand the atrocities I will commit. Alright. Where's my boys? Oh, hey, bud. Hello, Magdalene. Nico, what are you doing out here? Biding my time, contemplating life. In the forest at this cool time of year? I like the calm and the chill. Makes me feel lively. Me too, bud. Not looking forward to returning to the inn, either. I doubt you're avoiding the inn itself for Killian, so I have to assume it's Hannah. Just so. Lately, Hannah and I fight more days than not, so I walk in the woods to clear my head. What happened between you two? We lied to each other, fostered resentment, grew apart. It's a tale as old as matrimony. Surely it's not so bad as that. Life will find many ways to disappoint you before you're old like me. We were in love once, I think. It's been so long I hardly remember. Well, I was in love. Would have suffered any slight for her, even that fucking Miller. At least Enlenhart died in the revolt, but that didn't stop Hannah from disgracing our marriage. I swallowed my pride and let it go on because I thought it would make her happy. But I shouldn't talk to you about this. You've caught me in a weak moment, Magdalene. This is pathetic. Oh my god! I'm listening either way. Kind of you. Perhaps if I were a better man, Hannah would still love me. We're too old to change now. She's too stubborn. I'm too weak. It's pointless. I thought that the Barb option was gonna be like sarcasm. You know, quick-witted if someone says something to us that's also witty. Not just you are a bitch. People tell you about their failing marriage and you're just like, you fucking pathetic loser. I hate you and you deserve nothing but suffering. Like, you raised Killian. Killian's a good boy, a diligent son. He deserved a better father. I failed him too. Now you're just feeling sorry for yourself. You would be sorry too if you were me? Oh my god, my boy! I'm sorry I burdened you with this. Please don't tell your father. Oh my god! Good morning, Moon Forest. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to, like, bitch simulator. Don't worry, I won't. Sometimes we have to keep things from our family. But it's bad for the soul, isn't it, lying? Go home, Nico. Very well. Till later, Magdalene. Till then. Jesus Christ! Hi, Apollo. Oh, hey, Magdalene, what's up? Can you show me how you and Artemis get into the salt mine? The mine? Why? It's so gross and creepy. I need to get down there and see what the pagans and Romans left behind. I need references for my mural. Oh, the mural? I would ask Artemis about that. She's pretty protective of the mine. Alright, I'll go find her. Sorry, Magdalene. If she says yes, I'll show you later. What are you doing here anyway? Looking for frogs? Artemis said she saw one the other day, and we're trying to collect a bunch. Frogs don't come out this time of year. How do you know? Artemis said she saw one. I heard in a tale. Frogs come out with the rain. Oh my god! With rain, we get rain in spring. Huh, maybe that's why I only have one. What do you need the frogs for? Like I'll tell you, you'll snitch. I won't! Yeah, right. Sorry, Mags, I'm not telling you. You'll just have to wait and see. Or ask Artemis, maybe she'll tell you. Fine, I'll go talk to your sister. Good luck, I guess. Haha, thanks, Magdalene. The Great Frog Plague of 1543? There's a pig! That's not good. A pig out here? Must have broke out of its pen. I wonder who it belongs to. That's dangerous. Oh, I thought Artemis would be down here for some reason. I guess not. Sir, where do you live? Where's your home? Oh, there you are. Hi. You two are so cute. Oh, hey, Magdalene, do you need something? I'm a little busy right now. I need you to show me how you and Apollo get in and out of the old salt mine. The mine? Damn, Magda, why do you need to go down there? I want to see what our forefathers and the Romans left behind. It's for the mural. The sins of our forefathers bind us to the dirt. The mural? You want to use our secret hideout for your mural? Your secret hideout? But everybody knows you two hide down there. Honestly, if they left anything down there I could use as a reference. You're really into that whole rat house project, aren't you? Why should I show you how to get in? I won't go in ever again. I just need your help this once. Just like you said you never asked to borrow my favorite scarf again. I need a guarantee, Magda. Look, I'll show you how to get into the mine on one condition. You help Apollo and me with our next prank. No telling, no snitching, no questions asked. Fine. Tell me what you're up to. Father Thomas has been droning on and on about the plagues of Egypt, right? Apollo and I are collecting frogs to hide in the tabernacle. When Father Thomas opens it on Sunday, frogs will go everywhere. Very powerful. Very powerful. He'll never expect to summon frogs in his sermon on the Egyptian plagues. It's the perfect plan. So what do you want me to do? We stole the tabernacle key, but we need to put it back before he notices. There was a Till Eupenspiel story like this. Huh? He stole a silver box from a priest during confession, then confessed to the priest that he stole a silver box. Yeah? He told the priest he wanted to give him a box that he stole. The priest said he couldn't accept stolen goods. So he stole a silver box and was absolved by the man he stole it from. Ha! So you're gonna steal a box from Father Thomas? No, wait, what do you want me to do exactly? I need you to replace the key on the altar in the church. Apollo and I would attract too much attention, but you're the town's goody-goody. I'm not! I'm just a better sneak than you. That's bullshit and you know it. Anyway, will you do it? I'll get you into the mine if you do. Alright, give me the key. No, we're not thinking about it. Good luck, Magdalene. Let me know when it's done. The second plague. I just got an achievement for the frogs. Release them. How is she the town's goody-goody, but every person that she talks to is like, you fucking snooping bitch, I'm not telling you anything because you're like a lying cheat. It's like, oh no, nobody's gonna know what's happening in here. Looks like the church is empty. I can leave the key on the pulpit where Father Thomas is sure to find it. They don't know about Amelie. Better get out of here before Father Thomas comes back. I'll let Artemis know I returned the key too. They don't know about Amelie. They don't know she's in the walls. Dylan, same hat. You and me. Same hat. Hey Mags, how's your errand going? I did it. I left the key where Father Thomas would find it. Brilliant. Alright, as promised, Apollo and I will show you how to get into the mine. Come on, follow me. Are you sure you want to do this, Magdalene? There's some creepy things down there. Who knows how many people have died in those mines? Right, it's probably haunted. You should back out now. While you still can. I'm going down there. Alright, but you can't... What is she standing on? Can't blame us if a ghost gets you. You were warned. Anyway. Not that bad as long as you know where to put your feet. We do it all the time. Come on, let's get on with it. I don't want to get in trouble again. Fine, fine. Start with your feet on the inner ledge, Magdalene, and then look for ledges that look like shelves. Alright, here goes. Don't forget to move your hands down before your feet so you don't slip. Hike your skirt a little, do you don't get it caught. It's easier that way. Wait, the missing rung! Alright, there's a missing rung near the bottom. Watch your step or you'll fall. Uh-huh, like this idiot. Why'd you have to say that? Why do you always have to embarrass me? Oh, I like Apollo. Alright, I got it, thanks. He just wants to catch frogs. We're in the mine, we're in the mine, we're in the mine, we're in the mine. We're going into the mine. We're going into the salt mine. It's been so many hours of this video game. After all this fucking time, like... Okay. I did it, I'm at the bottom! Good job, Magdalene. Good luck doing whatever you're doing down there. Hope you don't die, Magdalene. Coming out might be trickier. Oh well, time to take a look around. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Yes, light the lantern. Light the fires. Let me in. Salvation for frogs. There are a lot of different coins down here. How odd. It's not like this is a saint's well. I mean, people still, you know. Oh, a tablet. They're still writing on it. Oh, it's a poem. I think it's a love note. That's cute. Rising passion. I get it. Poor Jay, I hope her lover was better at things other than poetry. Heh rising passion. Is that like a sword? This looks like a larger version of some of Baltus's contraptions. Oh, it's like a spinning... Now that I'm down here, I should see what I can find from the Roman era and before. Oh, bones! They're far too big to be human. No horns? Looks like a mule to me. Maybe it hauled that winch. Poor creature dying down here. That's what must have scared Apollo so much. Oh, buddy. Cave. Oh, a piece of pottery. It's beautiful. Not yet. Here we got cave. We got cave. Another piece. Another piece? A cave-in. The wood here looks newer than the first part of the mine. Was this collapse recent? Okay, let's run back to the first cave. We're doing this in order. I just wanted to make sure. I can't believe we're... I'm so excited to be in the mine. Oh my god, yes! Cake. This piece looks like it matches the other piece I found. Look at these little guys! This must be the same kind of figurines Till and the other farmers find in the fields. To think there are so many remnants of our ancestors scattered in fields and caves like this. Very powerful. There's pottery scattered everywhere. It's leading you to your death. Another pottery piece. Alright, cave number 1. Now. Now we enter cave number 2. Another piece. I wonder if they're all the same pot. There's a Latin inscription here. Are you gonna read it? I hate you. Oh, this looks like a Roman map of Tassing. I wonder what's changed. Let's see if I can map everything out. There's the aqueduct and the spring. The abbey was an old fort up on the hill, and there's the rest of the town. Wait, what's this building? I don't recognize it. Mithrium. I don't know that word. I can't quite tell what it's meant to label on the map. Maybe some sort of temple? Well, whatever it is, it's not in Tassing now. That's so odd. It's where the rat house is. Another inscription. It's not very formal. A worker must have carved it. There's that word, Mithrium. It must have been important to the Romans. Another shard. Little man doing a fight. Look at his face. This almost looks like an altar, but what would an altar be doing in a salt mine? It's even carved out of the salt. Mithrium. Nope. Get down. Nope. Get down. Okay, we can't go over there. I have a lot of these pottery pieces. I should find out if they're all from the same pot. Puzzle time? Puzzle time! Yes! Yes! Okay, wait. Oh my god. Put it down. Oh my god, they rotate. Okay, that's pretty fucked up. I didn't want to put this here, but now it's just there forever, so... No. Oh, it's finicky. Oh, it's finicky. Oh, it's finicky. Okay. And then... maybe... Wait, no. How do I put them down after? I just can't. It's just like perish. Is this... Nope. Nope. Doesn't go there. It's wrong. It's incorrect. Stop! This is agonizing. Okay, we have leg. If I were leg, what would I be connected to? We have leg, we have little creature. We have... oh, this piece was here. Top of head. Oh, the first piece. Oh, he's sideways. Okay, I'm understanding. No. No, I said no. There. Okay. And then we have the rest. Where's the rest of the guy? Got him? Okay, we got a man. Is he holding a knife? Who's holding the knife? I need you to move so that I can see what I'm doing. Oh, that goes there. Incredible. Unbelievable. It all worked out in the end. Okay, bud, what's up with you? What are you doing? Are you doing something like this? You're not. You're just a guy. Are you doing something like this? He's being killed by the ghosts! He's being attacked by the little ghosts! They're getting him! Oh, no. That doesn't go there at all. I think that God not being able to put them down is truly the bane of my existence. Please. What is this little... What is it? Anyway. That goes there. And then... this... Good. Nope. That doesn't go there. Stop! That goes here, probably. There we go. Top half of guy. Top half of guy! Top half of guy with knife. Top half of guy that doesn't have knife, actually. Top half of guy with stag. Top half of guy with knife now. No. Turn, please. I did it! I got it! For some reason I thought I was putting together, like, a vase? But it's a pot lid. And I was very confused. The figures on this pot lid look like they're telling a story. These paintings must depict an early myth, even before the Romans. Big person, birthed, person from hand, and then guy with knife said no, so then the ghosts killed him. Let's see, this must be Perkta, and those must be the forest spirits, part of the wild hunt? Oh god, the next part looks like a human sacrifice. Someone, maybe a chieftain, is sacrificing a man to Perkta. The bottom half of the lid continues the story. These look like spirits. They must be coming in to feast on the sacrifice. That must be how our ancestors tried to keep Tassing safe. They offered sacrifices to Perkta. Isn't it holding it now? Maybe this is what I could paint in the mural. People would not like that at all. People would not like that. I have to think more about it before I decide for certain. Better keep going before I run out of oil in my lamp. More Latin writing. Won't be able to go any further with all this rubble. I suppose this is as far as I can go. Still, the murals on the wall showed me that Tassing was like when the Romans were here. What Tassing was like. I wonder if I can find out where the Mithrium was, or what it is. Putting the pottery shard back together showed one of the earliest drawings of Tassing. I think I've seen everything I can down here. My oil's running out. Time to climb back out. How dare you? How dare you not let me stay in the mine for like 70 years? I want to know everything about it. Hello, first cave. Exit mine. Ah! Who's that? Hello? Is someone there? Oh my god. Better go to this shaft before another rock comes crashing down. God damn it, El Peter. Run around like a goblin. God, I hope it's El Peter. Who was that? Even Apollo and Artemis would have helped me out of here. Now that I have more information, I can make some decisions on the first section of the mural. Oh, it's done. Alright. Alright. Can I talk to Smokey? What about this pig? You. Yes? I'm Hallerbrant, the Lord's gamekeeper. Why are you grazing pigs in the woods? I'm not. It's not my pig. Do I look like I raise pigs? Look like a little girl who's gonna be in a lot of trouble if she doesn't answer my question. It's not my pig. I'm the printer's daughter, Magdalene Druckerin. I didn't ask for your name. I asked why you were grazing pigs here. Answer me. It's not my pig. I've been walking around this forest for hours. Other than the charcoal burner and the tinker, you're the only other person I've seen. Okay. If the pig doesn't belong to you, what are you doing here? I'm with child and had a craving for acorns. I was gonna collect kindling before you interrupted me. Where's your basket? No point in bringing a basket out before I've seen where the branches have fallen, is there? Alright, let me ask a different question. Whose pig is this? Could belong to anyone. Ah, a mysterious lost pig who apparently belongs to no one. I suppose so. If I find any more pigs in these woods, I'll kill them on the spot. I thought he was gonna shoot me, and I was like, it's over. A mysterious lost pig kills human and those who brought them here. Do you understand? Silence. Fine. Remind your neighbors what happens when you break the Lord's laws. But the pig... I knew the Lord's men patrol these woods, but I've never seen one before. I didn't realize they were so strict. Suppose I should consider myself lucky. Anyway, time to get out of these woods and back to work at the rat house. But the pig... That was... I'm sure that wasn't ominous foreshadowing at all. I'm sure that everything's fine. Hi, Smokey. Good day, Mistress Druckerin. I've told you, Smokey. Call me Magdalene. Old habits, I suppose. What brings you to my corner of the woods? More gossip? Only ancient gossip. I was wondering if you knew anything about the old pagan and Roman mines. The mines? Is this a new interest of yours, Magdalene? I don't see the townsfolk trek out here as much anymore. Last I saw, there were two twins making trouble. They know a way in, but I'll be damned if I... Okay, why are you so interested in going there? The mural in the rat house needs a section. I've been in the mines. The mines are the oldest part of Tassing, and they keep a keen ear. You keep a keen ear. I thought you might have heard something. I don't know about getting down to the mines, but I do know a fair few stories about them and the other Roman ruins around here. The old stories my father used to tell me when he was burner of Tassing. The one about Mars and Tassia, the nymph, was always my favorite, though. I blamed that on my youth. Tassia? Like Tassing? Mm-hmm. Folk named the town after a pagan god, a Roman one at that. I don't mind telling you the tale, Magdalene, but I warn you, it's a bit bawdy. Count me curious. I won't be scandalizing you, can't have your father hounding me for any coarseness. But I'll tell the decent bits of what I remember. Ugh, everyone excludes me from the fun. You'll have your fun in time, Magdalene, you just wait and see. Alright, so what's the story? Well, legend says that Mars was hunting in these woods and spied a fat boar for the taking. He just pulled back his spear when he heard a woman scream in terror. Of course the creature ran off, and the god was angry at the loss of his quarry. So he tramped through the woods to see why a woman was in the forest and not in the local town. Why would a god be hunting in Tassing's forest? How should I know? Maybe he just wanted a brisk walk. Besides, why should anything the gods do make sense? These were the old days when spirits and ghosts prowled. What do you mean, prowled? Prowled, you know, like spirits and other evil things do. I can't just say they walked through the woods like you or me. They prowled, okay? Get with it. Alright, keep going. So Mars found a nymph, Tassia, bathing in a spring with a fat, ugly satyr goading her from the shore. Enraged at seeing the trapped nymph, Mars transformed into a wolf and slew the satyr. And in return, well... Tassia bathed the god. In what? I get it. They bathed. I did warn you, Magdalene. When Mars left the pool, he dripped into the ground, and it blossomed with flowers and crops. I hope you mean with water. They say that's why this valley is so fertile. Might be tricky to paint on the wall. Doubt they would, but you're the artist, aren't you? You get to choose what the mural shows. We'll let those old bastards keep you from painting what— I wouldn't let those old bastards keep you from painting what you want. I'm going cross-eyed today for some reason. So much of what the Romans left behind was destroyed over the years, but I like that we still have these tales. You can never really destroy stories as long as there are people to tell them. Of course, the Romans left a hell of a lot behind, too. Town's more Roman than Bavarian, really. It's ridiculous. Yeah, because it was named after Tassia. That and how much of the town's built upon the Roman foundations. Tassing's actually much smaller now than it was in the Romans' day. At least that's what I make of it. The ruins go deep into the forest and all the way to the old mine. Half of Tassing's built on Roman stone. Take a walk around town, you'll start noticing things. We used their stone to build. The old temple by Sadia's shrine has grown over, but the aqueduct runs for miles. Even the abbey used to be an old Roman fort. You can see how some of the Roman pavestones under the road if you look hard. We may not be Roman, but this town is. What a beautiful idea. It's been built upon itself. That's the way of things. Most people don't notice the old stones. Too busy in town to notice what's right in front of their eyes. Well, thanks. I should get going. Just keep an eye for any wolves or satyrs you might see down there, eh? I'll let you know if I see any. Thanks for your help. Good luck, Magdalene. Be safe. Okay, yeah, let's get back to the rat house. But, what about the, what about the guy bathing? Rat house, rat house, rat house, rat house. Take me to the rat house. Let me in. Work on mural, anything else? Work on mural, fuck yeah. Do I get to decide? No. Okay. Hey Mags, how's the mural coming along? Magdalene. Can't you let it go? Mags is so much easier. No, Otto Zimmerman, I can't. Ugh, don't call me. Fine. Anyway, Magdalene, how's the mural going? Doesn't look like much yet. Neither do you, but the town has learned to accept it over the last 18 years. Anyway, I only just finished priming the wall. Now I have to decide what to depict. I don't think I talked to Thomas standing by the wall. I probably should have. I was so focused on going into the mine and sneaking past him to put the key back. Where's Amelie? It's hard to piece together the history of Tassing when it happened so long ago. Since the Abbey Library burned, I can only rely on stories from people around Tassing. Even what I could find out about the Romans and pagans was obscure. I had to go into the old salt mine to find anything. At least now I know what to paint for the first part of the mural. So, what is it? Oh! I'm not gonna do the human sacrifices. Use the pottery and tools the farmers have found to show how we lived before. I want to do this, or I want to do the wolf. I do like the wolf. Because he's good. Ratus. Really? How's that? Is that how we all got here? Kind of sounds like some story I heard about a saint. I don't think I've heard it, sorry. Ah. So what made you choose this story anyway? I like it's about the founding of Tassing. Everyone knows about the spring in the woods. It's a story about our pagan past that isn't overtly supernatural. About the founding of Tassing. I guess that's true. We all know that it's old. It's always been there. This just tells a story about how we found it. Thanks for explaining it. You're welcome. Now that I've figured this portion out of the mural, I better start thinking about the next section. I'll leave you to it, Magdalene. Good night, Otts. Good night, Magdalene. Show me the painting. Paint it. Show it to me. I want to see it. Now that I've decided to depict Tassing's earliest history, I should decide how to paint Cursao's. Mother Illuminata's letter mentioned that a Matthew, used to be a brother in Cursao. She said he knew a great deal about the Abbey's history. I should write to him and ask him what he remembers. Oh, and I have Esther's letter to answer too. I should write to them both now, before bed. Oh, before I write, I should read that old book Brigida gave me. Maybe I'll learn something pertinent for the murals. Okay. Can we go check on Dad? Too? Can we go check on Papa? How you doing? Hello. Okay. People really got over the fact that someone broke into my house and tried to kill my dad. Like, really fast. Where to begin? The old book. It was the Baron's before Martin stole it. I can't make much out of it. The Latin's much harder than I'm used to. The book isn't in great shape either, since it's been sitting in a farmer's house for so long. Let's see. Here's a section about the various dedications erected in the town. That might be easier to read. Mars. This one seems like a dedication to Mars, to bless a field. Diana. This one talks about Diana wetting herself? Bathing in a spring, maybe? I'm gonna assume bathing in a spring? But, you know, I can't read Latin either, so... This one isn't as hard. Let us pray so that he, or she, really, may defend the town. None of this really makes any sense. Maybe someone with better Latin than me could help me read it. This book is so big, though, it would be a lot of work. I could ask Sister Gertrude or Baltus for help. Werner, too, he's much better at Latin than anyone else in town. Maybe even Father Thomas, even though Dad warned me not to bother him with secular books. Chances are slim they could help, but it might be worth asking about. I should finish writing my letters first. Mother Illuminata told me that Matthew knew some of the Abbey's early history. He's the Archdeacon of Sion now. I should write to him before the snows come. I'll write to Esther, too. Archdeacon of Sion. My name is Magdalene Druckerin. I'm the daughter of Tassing's town printer, Klaus. My father and I are creating a mural for Tassing's rat house. We want to show the history of the town and the abbey. Mother Illuminata told me that you might be the best person. I heard that you were the sacristan at Cursao and knew a great deal about the abbey's early history. I understand you are a busy man, but we would be most appreciative of any information you could give us. If you know of any other places where we might learn about the abbey's history, we would appreciate it. I know it may be small comfort, but there are many in Tassing who regret what happened during the revolt. Sister Gertrude is still here with the poor Clarice, and she speaks fondly of the old abbey. Thank you for your help. Magdalene. Esther. Please forgive me for not writing sooner. Christ, I don't even know where to begin. The whole world seems to be crumbling around me. Even as my last letter was en route to you, Dad was attacked in the workshop in the middle of the night. He survived, thank God, but his injuries are terrible. I worry about him. He's so dizzy he can't get out of bed. Some days his eyes become foggy and his memory fails him. Dr. Stoll said that he's not going to recover, that it's only a matter of time before he succumbs to the injury. Of course, our good doctor is incompetent and a no drunkard. No, I don't want to believe it, but it's hard to argue with Dad's condition. I have no idea who could have wanted to attack my father or why. I found a note by him, too. All it said was stop. It wasn't from the shop because the script was written in the most elaborate hand I've ever seen. No one in Tassing has such skill in script, as far as I know. And anyway, I don't have the time to wonder about it. I've had my hands full running the workshop alone while tending to Dad. What's more, the town council intended to cancel the mural entirely. I had a hell of a time convincing them to let me paint it instead. They made a fuss about my being too young, not experienced enough, not strong enough to be on the scaffold. You know how it is. I suppose I can't wait till, I suppose I shouldn't expect any better of them. Working on the mural has been a welcome distraction from the naysayers and my chores. And worrying about Dad. Otts has been coming over under the pretense of helping me prepare my paints, too. I wish he'd stop. He's not subtle and his flirting is annoying. I'd like to have the whole mural finished by Christmas if I can. I just want to finish it in time for Dad to see it. It would mean so much to him. If Dr. Stoles is right, I don't know how long I'll have. I hope you're faring better than we are here. All my love. Magda. Alright. Stoles, you up? You up, hot boy? Yeah, I have other options to help me who are, like, kinder. But where's hot boy? Where are you? Wake up. Wake up! Fine. Can I go in here and, like, see what I've done? Maybe? I've done nothing. The answer for what I've done is absolutely nothing. So... Alright, go to sleep. Yeah, we're probably not gonna get to see it till the end, I guess. Oh god, time passing. Oh, Jesus. Mr. Strucker, and a few more letters for you. Take care. Thank you, sir. Safe travels. Do we get to see Matthew, little man? The first letter's from Reverend Matthew. Oh, he's so old. He's still with the boy. He's still with the boy! Mr. Strucker, and I was not acquainted with your family during my years at Curacao. Even so, I remember your father was one of the townsfolk who prevented the peasantry from burning us alive. I'm not overly inclined to assist the people of Tassing in their endeavors to catalog the origins of the abbey they destroyed. However, it was a long time ago. In the interest of posterity and Christian charity, I will tell you what I recall. Sometime after the Romans left, Christians settled in the region and built Curacao Abbey on the ruins of a fortress. The abbey was founded by a noblewoman of the Curacao family. She was both its patron and its first abbess. Perhaps 2 centuries ago, Curacao changed to being run by an abbot. I do not know the reason, but many other double monasteries did likewise around the same. It may have been done out of fear of being shut down, as double monasteries were frowned upon by the Pope. Sadly, that is the extent of my knowledge. Your neighbors put any other records about the abbey to the torch. Oh, Jesus. Thus burned the history of Curacao. While we cannot change the past, I've heard that Sisters of the Poor Claris have formed a new chapter at the abbey. I can only hope that their love of apostolic poverty has not driven them to impoverish the shrine of Saint Maurice. Assuming they've not consigned the contents of Curaçao's former occupants to a bonfire, you may find something there. It's hard to be overjoyed at the news of your neighbor's late regrets. Many of the injuries inflicted 18 years ago will never heal. Regret cannot undo what has been done, but we can all find redemption through Christ. We must pray for love and reconciliation in the days ahead. In the end, this is all that matters. Winter comes swiftly. Huguenots and Lutherans plague my homeland. other religions. Thank the Lord you still live in a land ruled by the one true church. I hope this has been of some help to you and yours. May God keep and protect you. They've plagued my homeland. The Most Reverend Matthew Fox, Archdeacon of Sion. Poor little man. Another reply from Esther! Oh, Magdalene. I'm terribly sorry to hear about your father. My parents send their deepest condolences. If we can provide you anything from Prague, you only need send word. I know we're further away than is easy to travel, but I will see that we can do what Hashem allows. Father says that he remembers no one who would want to harm your father. Yet the night I was born, he remembers great strife in town. Perhaps there's old blood over depicting the night of the revolt. That is all he could suggest. We pray for you and your father every day in our offerings. Hashem will make all things right in time. He will exact justice on the culprit. I'm encouraged to hear that the town council let you continue the mural at all. The guilds here would protect your right to complete a job, especially when a contract has been reached. You give the men of council too much grace. Why should you be forced to settle for their old ways of thinking? We live in a new age. An age where art and science have come together. An age where all may read the works of the great sages in their own language. Truly, when your father recovers, I urge you to come visit me in Prague. But I'm glad you found some joy in your work on the mural. We are all well here. Elijah's been carving a new set of wood cuttings, and father has agreed to a new contract with the university. I found Simon! His family didn't move far away after all. He's planning on working as a doctor in the city once the expulsion order ends. His parents have been meeting with mother and father quite often now, so I hope that I will be sending good news in my next letter. With Hashem's help. Please inform us of your father's condition in your next letter. Be well. Esther. I love Esther. All the letters I have for now. I should go home and check on Dad. 6 months pass. Oh. Werner was supposed to come check on Dad today. I wonder where he is. Until Eulenspiegel pretended to be a doctor, at least he showed up and his patients felt better. What's Werner's excuse? Maybe I should try to find him later. Good morning, Magdalene. Good morning, Dad. Feeling any better? Your fever broke at dawn this morning. A little stronger. All things in time. Do you want anything to eat before I leave for the day? I'm working on the next section of the mural today. I'm not so hungry right now. I'll be all right. Your letter from the Archdeacon. Yes, that's right. What did you learn from him? He didn't have much to say. He was still upset over the Abbey's destruction. He did say the Abbey was founded by a noblewoman after the Romans left. Everything else was burned in the fire. How unfortunate. I know the brothers kept careful records of the monastery. So much lost in one night. The Archdeacon did suggest de Poor Claris might have held onto some of the records from the convent. I should be able to learn more about Tassing's Christian history there. An excellent place to start, Magdalene. Sister Gertrude doesn't come out of the convent much, but I think it's worth asking her. Maybe Father Thomas knows something too. I should talk to him. If I recall correctly, the miller's wife has a long family history in Tassing. She may know something of the local history that the others have forgotten. Elsa, no, I thought she moved here when she was married. She doesn't have any relatives in town. Not anymore. Age, illness, and marriage took the rest of her family. Oh, to have marriage take your family. But the Cavizels used to live all up and down this valley. Go talk to her, I will, thanks, Dad. Maybe something remained in the Abbey's ruins. I should definitely see what's left. Magdalene, you be careful. Those ruins are dangerous. I won't go I'm just gonna take a look. Alright, wear a scarf too. It's getting cold out now. I can feel it in my bones. Don't worry, Dad. I'll see you tonight, alright? Alright, good luck. I'm going into the fucking ruins. I'm gonna find Werner first and be like, hey, fucko. Please tend to my dad and also read this book for me. Hey, buddy, read this book. Hey. Good morning, everybody. Another beautiful day in Tassing where nothing will go wrong. Hey, what happened here? Hey, Magdalene, come to admire a well-chiseled craftsman at his best? Oh, where? I can't see one. Oh, I suppose I stepped into that one? Have you come to see the repairs I've been doing, then? To tell the truth, it's not going as well as I'd hoped. What seems to be the issue? I assumed I'd hit a snag either way when it came to the stone or the tools or my lack of artistic skill, but it's more than that. It's like in my head. I can't see the right way. Besides, my dad wants me to help out on the farm more. I want to be there, but Grandpa taught me everything about the craft. He really wanted me to succeed, and I do enjoy the work. It's as if I can talk to the stone, you know? Not literally, but I can see how lines of tension flow through the rock. I understand how to form one thing from the other, how to create, make something that lasts. Grandma even offered to sponsor an apprenticeship under a master stonemason. Dad will support me either way, but I still feel like I'm pulled both directions at once, you know? Agnes? What? He's offering Craft a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Yes. You should go. His family will be alright without him. Figure out the answer yourself. If you can support your family and it makes you happy, it's the right choice. When you say it, it sounds the most reasonable way, doesn't it? But I still can't get away from the doubts. No one can fully escape their doubts, but don't let that stop you. God, I wish I had your confidence and fortitude. Did you learn all that from Klaus? Christ, this is hard. I don't know what to do. I think you should take the apprenticeship. It's better than staying in Tassing, right? Oh, I was mean to him! I don't know, I like it here, and I have enough experience from Grandpa to keep going. Because it's a bitch simulator. Besides, if I'm gone, there will be no one to look after the town's stone. The church's foundation is in serious condition, and who's to say there won't be another flood come spring? No, I think I should stay. I'll have to tell Grandma I've made up my mind soon. Well, thanks for listening to me, Magdalene. That's what friends are for, right? Mm-hmm. Well, work back ends. Father Thomas asked me to reinforce the walls of the church. To be honest, I'd like to reuse stones from the ruins of the abbey, but Father Thomas forbids it, says it's unseemly. It's just quality stone going to waste. I don't get it. Burnt ruin of an abbey is still a religious site, as is the church. So it'd only be like stones from one holy building to another, you know? Alright, stay well. Until later, Magdalene. Goodbye. Hey, who got drunk and, like, dropped a jar of wine and coins everywhere? What happened? Oh, my alcoholic boy. Oh, God. Oh, it was you. Oh, God. Werner? Problem with your foot. Blech. You were supposed to come check on Dad today. I don't have the strength to carry him home. I have to tell someone. Maybe Baltus? They're still on friendly terms. Now could help. Or Big York. He's strong. He can do it. Ugh, what a mess. Alright, let me go get Baltus, because they're friends. Oh, that poor boy. Hey. Hey, Baltus, do you have a moment? Only one, I'm afraid. What can I do for you? I came across a book about the history of Tassing. That's not really, the priority I feel right now. But you know, if you know, Magdalene, if that's what you want to talk about, who am I to stop you? I'm far too busy for that at the moment. Now Xiao and I have our hands full preparing the Christmas ale, you see. Of course, sorry to bother you. Not at all. Apologies I couldn't be of more help. Balthazar! What can I do for you? I found Dr. Stoll's passed out drunk in the commons, sleeping in a ditch. Ah, I see. This is becoming an increasing problem, isn't it? I shall fetch Zhao. He's right here. And we'll carry him up safely. He's literally standing next to you. Thank you for letting me know, Magdalene. Nod. He is standing beside you. Alright, so in this canon, has time passed? Is that boy home? No. Go get him! When I said go get him, because he's passed out drunk, I meant go get him. I meant go get him, like now. Not like in a few hours. You know? Yeah, but okay. Well, I guess I'll go talk to Gertrude. Is Father Thomas about? Is he around? Are you here? Hey, bud. God bless you, Magdalene. And God bless you, Father Thomas. Do you have a moment? Of course, what can I help you with? I wanted to ask you about Tassing's saints. I'd like to represent them in the Rat House. I'm thrilled to hear it. The saints will make a wonderful centerpiece for the murals. Simply as part of Tassing's history. Of course I consider our saints to be central to Tassing's history. Kirsau's too. But you know, there's one saint you're overlooking. Why, the Blessed Virgin, of course, Mary! Many people forget that Mary is the greatest saint, and she visited one of the peasants here in Tassing centuries ago. Really? It's true! Centuries ago, a farmer in the fields behind us had 3 visions of Mary. In the first, she told him that she wanted him to tell the bishop of Freising that she had appeared. The peasant traveled down to Freising, but the bishop would not see or hear him. It seems like a reasonable response, all things considered. Perhaps, but blessed are those who believe but have not seen. But sadly, the bishop did not believe. The peasant returned to Tassing and had another vision in the field. The Virgin showed him a pattern, a labyrinth. Oh, to have visions in the field! You know, we've all been there. She told him to draw it on a sheet of birch bark and bring the drawing to the bishop of Freising. Keep listening. The bishop attempted to turn the peasant away, but he could see the drawing of the labyrinth in his hands. It was the same image that the bishop had seen in a dream 3 nights earlier. He met with the peasant, who told him of the 2 apparitions he'd seen here in Tassing. The bishop was moved by the peasant's story, and he came here to Tassing. Keep listening. And when the bishop came, Mary appeared to both of them. 2 of them. She told the farmer that the town needed to build this church. She told the bishop to support the town. I had no idea. It's not a story I tell much anymore. I suppose the people here think of Maritz and Satya, their connection to this place. Mary's such a core part of their prayers that they forget about our particular Mary. But in any case, Our Lady's demands were clear, so the bishop helped fund the creation of this church. The people of Tassing have been using it ever since. You're not from Tassing, how did you hear the story? True, I'm not. The people told me when I came. And the former priest told them when they were children, and so on. The priest and the flock have shared the responsibility of passing on the story over the centuries. Thank you for the story, Father Thomas. Have I convinced you to include the saints prominently in the mural? I'm still considering it. Well, if deliberation fails you, perhaps you'll find that prayer gives you greater clarity. God bless you and your work, Magdalene. God bless you, Father Thomas. To the meadow! Hey guys. What's up? What's up, Carl? But it's still so beautiful here, Martha. One more moment. Alright, take your time. Oh, hello, Magdalene. Dad, look who it is. Good morning, Mistress Druckerin. You're cute. Hello, Martha. Carl, how are you today? On our usual walk around town, November hasn't grown too cold yet. Dr. Stolz says Dad needs to keep using the leg or the pain will get worse. And I'm getting old, heh. Not so old you can sit around at home telling stories. Listen to your daughter, Carl. Eh, you young girls think you're my keeper, is that it? I've always been your keeper, Dad. No arguments from me there. You're in a good mood today, I see. Plenty of reason to be. Tassing never ceases to be beautiful to me. Isn't the meadow a wondrous sight, even in this season? On days the Lord strengthens me, I like going a bit higher up in the mountains. Used to admire the view from with Anton up there. Oh, Anton. My poor boy. Oh, Anton. It's alright, Dad. I'm sorry, Carl. It's not your fault, Magdalene. Just a babe, then. I can't. It's my fault that he died. It's not, Dad. You know it's not. He shouldn't have been with me that night. He shouldn't have. I was a fool. Let him continue. The abbey was engulfed in flames. The heat, you wouldn't believe it, seared the hair off my eyebrows. I was bleeding. Anton tried to drag me out of the fight. And that godforsaken landscape step between us. I hope he burns in hell. Who the fuck is this? Oh, the mercenaries. I can't even imagine what that was like. I still think of my mother every day. Nothing can make up for a loss like that. I pray I will see him in death. Dad, it's not good for you to dwell on these memories. I know. Permit an old man his weaknesses. How old were you during the revolt, Martha? 7 or so? I don't remember what was happening. Someone brought Dad home in the middle of the night. It was dark, confusing, there was screaming outside. Mom and a couple of the men who brought Dad in were trying to patch up the wound, but it wouldn't stop bleeding. She kept shouting, "Where's Anton? Where's Anton?" There was blood on the floor. You cried so much you threw up. We couldn't get you to stop. I couldn't understand where Anton had gone. Dad tried to explain, but... Martha, my dear, enough of that. My God. How did you go on? Did I? I don't know. Some nights I think I'm still there. The Abbey's always burning. My Helena passed not long after. I was left alone with Martha to care for her. Wait for him to continue. I had to keep going for Martha, and somehow my daughter grew into a wonderful woman despite it all. I suppose this was all Helena's doing. Dad, if I'm any good, it's because of you. I'm sorry to ask you to relive all that again. No, it needs to be told. We can't let people forget. Not here, not anywhere else. The Abbey burned. People died. We have to remember, and our children have to remember, because when no one remembers any longer, then they will all be truly dead. Time to continue with the walk, Dad. Yes, dear, I'm feeling much more alive now. Be well, you two. Ah, the most depressing moment of my life. Hello? Talk to Sister Gertrude since she was a Benedictine at Curacao. She should be able to tell me more of the convent's history. Yeah, and then I'm going in the fucking church, okay? I'm entering the ruins. You can't stop me. There's nothing that will stop me. But first, son of Mouse Finger. Pet. Yes. Good job, Gertrude. God bless you, Magdalene. Hello, sister. I have a favor to ask of you. Of course, Magdalene. I'll help however I can. I have a book, the Historia Taciae, and I can't read it very well. Can you help me translate it? Oh, I'm afraid my Latin isn't good enough to translate something like that. Its grammar structures are far too complex. I'm sorry, Magdalene. That's alright, sister. I'll have to find another way. There was one more thing, if you don't mind. It's about the rat house mural. Oh, did you need more paint? I believe I have enough galls stored away. No, thank you, sister. I have more than enough paint. I wanted to ask you about the history of Curacao, actually. I'd like to include the Abbey's founding and the history of tassing saints to the rat house mural. I wrote to Reverend Matthew since he lived at the Abbey, but wanted to see the place firsthand. Ah, Brother Matthew became a reverend, did he? He was always suited to such a role. But I don't suppose that's what you came up the hill for. You're curious about the saint's history, yes? Yes, I was hoping you could show me around the convent and tell me about its history. The poor Clares don't allow outsiders within the convent, even other women. Mother Francisca wouldn't like anyone coming in for such a worldly concern. I understand. However, Mother Francisca always welcomes those who are considering joining the order. If a young woman sincerely considered joining the convent, she may be allowed to enter and observe the sisters. Who knows what else she may discover while contemplating the holy life, I suppose exploring all my options can't hurt. Touring the convent will take some time. Would you like to go see Mother Francisca now? I'm assuming I have to sneak into the church at night. 1 second. If I can do that now, then I'll do it. I will do it now, but I'm not... Gertrude's so sneaky. She's very good. Yes, no entry. No enter me engi, as they say. Alright, Gertrude, let's go. Yes. Let's go. Mother Francisca, I'd like to introduce Magdalene Druckerin. The printer's daughter, yes. God bless you, Magdalene. Father Thomas told us of your father's condition, and we pray for his recovery daily. Well, thank you, Abbess. Such is our duty to serve the Lord and the community that provides for us. Now, what is this about? Sister Gertrude, you know our holy rules. Why bring young Mistress Druckerin to me? Forgive me, Mother. Magdalene is searching for a place in the world and is contemplating the holy life. I thought observing the sisters might aid her in her spiritual search. She was encouraged by the idea. Right, yeah. I wonder that you've never come up to the Abbey before, Mistress Druckerin, but I have. If God is calling you to the convent, I'm more than willing to help you fulfill that divine cause. What brought this change on? Why are you interested in joining the Poor Clares? What if I become his sister? I don't have to marry, which is... I'm worried that helping my father, running the shop alone, and finishing the mural are too much for me. Magdalene, you should not abdicate your worldly duties for fear of the unknown. However, I agree that working a printing shop and painting are not suitable duties for a woman. Thank God you've turned to us for help. It's no wonder you have felt overburdened by all of this. Please come, I'm happy to tell you more of our order. Yeah. Totally, dude. Yeah. Oh, how cute! Our small convent used to be part of the larger Curacao Double Monastery, as I'm sure you've been told by Sister Gertrude. However, the Poor Clares live far differently than the Benedictines that once lived here. We believe that it's not ours to produce and live solely on the alms of the community of Tassing as they see fit to give. Likewise, none of the sisters here own any personal property. We share this convent as a gift from the church. We believe that the Lord called us into a life of poverty and service. Does such a life appeal to you, Magdalene? I'm not entirely certain yet. I'd like to explore and look around, get a feel for the place. Magdalene, you must not have understood me. We have deliberately closed ourselves off from the world. I won't have a laywoman bothering the sisters from their duties or disturbing our rule. However, I will allow Sister Suzanne to show you our duties. Please take your time. When you've finished, please come find me and we will discuss your decision to join. Finally, I thought she'd never finish. What? Truthfully, I'm not here to join the convent. I'm looking for references for a mural I'm painting. Just out with it! I'm gonna take a look around. Where are we going first? The convent has many parts. The kitchen, the aquarium, the chapter house, the yard, and the old workshop, though no one uses that old shed anymore. I'll leave it to you to decide where to go first. Oh, Margaret and Mouse Finger! She has retired, but she is still the queen, and she lives here inside. This is the kitchen. There's not anything that interesting here. Sister Marie and Sister Isabeau take care of most of the kitchen duties, but everyone pitches in when needed. Isabeau. Hi, Marie. God bless you, child. Are you delivering something? I'm considering joining the convent, so Mother Francisca graciously allowed me to visit with you. Hallelujah! Glory and praise be to God! You brought such joy to me this day, child. I haven't actually joined yet, sister. Do you have a strong stomach? Perhaps you can help Sister Isabeau and me in the kitchens. I enjoy preparing meals for the sisters that nourish us, but I can never bring myself to butcher the animals. Sister Isabeau's graciously taken on that task for me. We need sustenance, but I feel butchering any animal is wrong according to the rule of St. Francis. To cause suffering to any living creature is unnecessary and evil, even if God granted Adam and Eve dominion over the animals. The kitchen seems fairly simple. Is there anything here from the convent's founding days? No more than the structure itself, I'm afraid. Cookware needs replacing over the years. Though some nights a ghost appears to me by the cook fire, a lost spirit trapped between heaven and hell. Sister Marie, not this again. Not to Magdalene, please. What made you think you saw a spirit? The figure rose up through the very ground we stand on at vigils, not a fortnight ago. You mean through the grate? Dawn and dusk are the hours when the boundaries between the world and the spiritual world are weakest. We may be the newest arrivals here, but this convent's very old. Perhaps there was something Roman underneath this foundation centuries before. The spirit may seek to know the presence of God now that it rests on holy ground. A spirit in Curacao? Why would it come to the convent, though? Breaks my heart to think this spirit was crying out for help, trapped beyond heaven's reach. Why don't we keep going, Magdalene? It's better not to get Sister Marie too upset. Of course, God bless you, sister. God bless you, child. I hope Amelie's in the pit. I would do anything to speak to Amelie in the pit. Amelie? God bless you, Magdalene. God bless you, sister. How goes the cooking? As well as the Lord wills it. My old fingers fumble from time to time, but it's my privilege to prepare supper for the other sisters. That's very noble of you. Just as God gave Paul a thorn in his side, so too did he give me the pains of age to strengthen my faith. Such things are a blessing when compared to the pains Christ carried upon the cross. I don't believe the Lord wants us to suffer. No, child, he does not. Christ's death opened the door to an eternal life without pain. But as long as our souls are bound in this world, suffering will exist. I have chosen to find meaning and devotion to the Lord through my hardship. Thank you for sharing your perspective with me. You're most welcome, child. God bless you. Thank you. Goodbye. Mouse finger. Very excited about it. Chapel. This is the chapel where we all gather for Mass and liturgy. It's the oldest part of the convent. And the most drafty. Hello again, Sister Gertrude. The sisters have done some minor retouches over the years, but it has represented the abbey from its earliest days. Oh, there's the tower and the library. The cloister's still being constructed here. Yes, the tower was a burgfried long before the structure became a monastery. A defense tower. Frog. The duchy gifted it to the Benedictine order after the Holy Roman Empire grew. They had no use for it as a keep. These walls have protected Tassing from attacks of spirits and steel for generations. There's some Latin here too, but I can't read it very well. God called Lady Sabine to lead our sisters and brothers in 1261. Lord Curaçao's castle was destroyed by fire in the year of the death of Emperor Frederick II. Only the tower remained. Thank you, Sister Suzanne. Yes, the first lists the abbey's founding date. Lady Curaçao was actually the one to suggest the old castle be turned into a double monastery. We added the second shortly after the revolt. Mother Luminata thought it would be fitting, even if the sisters were not here, some record of what occurred would remain. Curaçao's unique, a double monastery with 2 saints, 1 male and 1 female, to guard the town and abbey. I thought a monastery would reuse the place. Foundation of the abbey was even older than the Holy Roman Empire. Many things have been built and torn down on this land over generations. Who knows what else used to be here? You were right, sister. This mural will be a great reference for the rat house. And I'm glad to have helped. God bless you, Magdalene. Hello, new nun that can read Latin. Do you want to read this very cursed object? Have you ever considered... Here's the aquarium. Most of the abbey's visitors come in here, but aren't allowed to enter. We aren't allowed to go into the outside world either. Like Mother Francisca said, isolation is a part of our vows. Sister Gertrude once told me the old Benedictine sisters used to go out into town sometimes, and even talk to men on occasion. And I'm stuck here staring at these walls for the rest of my life. Are you unhappy here, Sister Suzanne? I don't know. My father promised me to the church as a baby, some oath he swore when my mother struggled in her pregnancy. So there I was, dropped into the Poor Clares the summer I turned 17. I'm so sorry, no one should be forced into a life they don't want. We daughters are born to bear our family's legacy, between our legs or on our backs, it doesn't matter. Okay. My family's devoted to the church. I've only been in the convent for 2 years, but I'm trying my best. I don't mind the prayers or the hours, and I'm sure of my devotion to the Lord, but this isn't what I wanted. But since when did a woman ever get what she wanted without being punished? Eve couldn't even manage it. I have more freedom to go to the one, but I'm still bound by the expectations of marriage and homemaking. I remember the days of running around town. I wish I could have gotten married. I wanted to be a mother. Sometimes I get jealous of Sister Gertrude and even Sister Margaret. At least they got to see something of the outside world before they were 20. From the plague, why don't you leave? If you could be anything else, what would you be? I would have liked to go to one of the big cities at least. At least once. I would have been happy just to be a shopkeeper's wife. Sigh. Thanks for listening, Magdalene. Anyway, let me show you the rest of the cloister. Lead on. Alright, and now we go down. Brr, it's colder today. There's not much in the yard that could help you, I think. Anything that was here has long been covered in weeds. All I know about this place is that the walls were added when the convent was built into the monastery. Oh, God bless you, Sister Benedicta. Sister Suzanne, God bless you. Ugh, this ice is hard. Do I recognize you, Sister Benedicta? I think I've seen you in town once or twice. Yes, you'd have seen her. Sister Benedicta is the youngest of the sisters. Mother Francisca allows only one sister to deal with the townsfolk. Benedicta received this privilege. Burden, more like. I have to run around everywhere gathering all the food and doing all the chores. I'd rather be inside where it's warm. What are you doing up in the convent anyway? I'm considering joining the Poor Clares, actually. Snooping. Ooh, don't let me get in the way then. What an adventure. Actually, Sister Benedicta, I wanted to ask you some questions. Do you like being a nun? Oh yes, I don't mind it at all. It's far quieter than home and I don't have to share my bed with my siblings anymore. I like to help the older sisters and I don't mind the chores, except when it's cold like this. One more question, Sister Benedicta. Have you seen any mysterious figures or ghosts lately? Ghosts? No, everything's been normal recently. I haven't noticed anything odd. Is this about Sister Marie's ghost? I think it's Mauritius. Who? Mauritius. Don't tell Mother Francisca this, but I found an old book about Christian legends hidden in the workshop. It said that a Roman commander named Mauritius conquered Tassing, but the colony failed. Most of the town was empty until Christian refugees found the town hidden in the valley. It was a miracle. Christian refugees. Yes, the book said they were fleeing Roman persecution, maybe under Nero? I don't remember. Anyway, when Sister Marie said she saw a ghost, I thought it must be Mauritius trying to get us out. A Roman ghost couldn't be happy about his tower being turned into an abbey, could he? Definitely not. This story gives me ideas for the Rat House mural. Thanks for telling me about the book, sister. I won't tell Mother Francisca. God bless you. Thanks, Magdalene. God bless you. All the younger nuns are so cool. They're just like, tee-hee, we're being sneaky. And it's like, hell yeah, dude. Art studio. Cough. The workshop's covered in dust. Yes, this was the Benedictine sister workshop. They used to make badges and art for pilgrims coming to see the Hand of St. Moritz. Looks like everything was just left here after the fire. Nothing's been used in years. We can't subsist on painting, and the Poor Clares don't produce goods for sale, so we have no reason to be in here. Art allows us to find beauty in life. I agree, but that's not the rule of the Poor Clares. Mother Francisca considers art a temptation into hedonism. Mother Francisca doesn't let us come in here unless to put something in storage. I've come in a few times and noticed some of the brushes have gone missing. Paint pots, too. I think one of the sisters is secretly painting. Oh, Lord, no. We all live too close together in the convent for something like that to go unnoticed. In any case, I think it's sad the workshop is left like this. Truthfully, Magdalene, I don't think you should join the convent, even if that's not what you were here to do anyway. Gertrude talks about you, and you seem to love your art. Without it, you'd hate it here. There's valuable paint left to dry and crack on the palettes. Someone's being sneaky. Old parchment scrap here. It's different from the others. Every time I pick up a piece of paper, I'm terrified it's going to play the loud music. It looks like a scrap from a manuscript. There's something written in Latin in the margin. It says the Mithrium of Tassing had been destroyed by a flood. Mithrium? That's the same word I saw in the Roman section of the mine. Maybe the book from Sister Benedicta found. I wonder why it would mention the Mithrium. I don't know, it's not a word I've ever heard before. There's certainly nothing in the convent by that name. Well, the note says the Mithrium was destroyed, so I suppose it doesn't matter much now. I think it matters. Your badges are beautiful. I hope the pilgrims who bought them love them too. Get the fuck out of here. Well, you've seen the entire convent. There's not much here. What do you think of it? I can see why other people choose the holy life, but it's not for me. I understand. You've dedicated your whole life to your work. You'd struggle to give that up now. It's been so long since I've spoken to anyone from outside the convent. I'm reminded of the life I once had. Now you have me thinking about whether or not I should remain with the sisters. I think you should go. But I didn't do good enough. Your family just left you here. You don't know the sisters anything. I do, though. The sisters have taken care of me. They love me, and I love them. Even if this life wasn't my choice, they accepted me. Who knows, maybe it will get better in time. Maybe. I'll try to help any way I can, even if it's just sneaking around the convent wall to say hello. Really? That would be wonderful, so long as no one found out. Anyway, we should return to Mother Francisca before she suspects something. I learned a lot today. Thank you for showing me around. No, thank you, Magdalene. Today's been more interesting than any I can remember in the Abbey. Yeah, but you don't want to leave! Come, let's find Mother Francisca. She'll be wanting to hear what you thought of the place. I hated it. Well, Magdalene? What's your assessment of the poor Clares? Is the good Lord calling you to a life with us as a sister? I think I prefer my books and painting. I need to finish the mural. Yeah. I see. Be careful that this mural does not become an idol for you, Magdalene. Just as Eve had a weaker will than Adam, you are liable to stumble on the fruit of temptation as well. Painting? Our community is quite modest compared to the splendor of an old Benedictine house operating under the rule of a powerful abbot. I see why fewer women are drawn to the order these days. Thank you for allowing me inside. You're most welcome, Magdalene. God bless you. I've always been fascinated by the idea of, like, becoming a nun. Obviously, I couldn't, but I just, like, thinking about it is so surreal. And we have a monastery nearby, and you can, like, see it on the top of a mountain when you're driving sometimes, and it, like, fascinates me. They're just in there. They're just in there, and they don't come out, and they're just in there, and I'm like, Jesus. Magdalene, how'd your little expedition go? I learned a lot from seeing the Abbey. But sister, there's something I don't understand. The Abbey was so prosperous. Why didn't the monks rebuild it after the fire? What a task that would be. The chapel was beautiful. The stained glass always caught my eye in the mornings. There was a great deal of anger and sadness in Tassing that night. The abbot felt the brothers and sisters were no longer welcome in Tassing and moved on. In truth, the Abbey's dissolution was inevitable. Curacao was running out of money and patrons. The riot and fire were simply a particularly awful and painful way to end the monastery. Did anything survive the fire? Some of the buildings are intact, but all are terribly overgrown. I haven't dared forage in the rubble. I doubt you'd find anything to help for your mural inside other than charred wood and parchment. Might still be worth taking a look if I'm careful. I worry about you sometimes, Magdalene, I really do. Thank you for your help, Sister Gertrude. You're most welcome, Magdalene. God bless you. The best character in the video game. That was, I don't know, I did learn more about the founding of Curacao. An illustration from the manuscript, the Mithraeum. The Mithraeum, it was like the one in the mine. Is it part of the history of the Abbey of Tassing? It must be written down somewhere. The library hadn't burned down with everything in it. The ruins are right there. Maybe not everything was destroyed. I do want to go in the ruins. One moment. I want to go see if fucking Werner got saved. Or if they just left him there. That's the thing. If I lived in the 1500s, being a nun sounds fucking great. Compared to everything else? Hell yeah. But now, I would die. I need stimulation. I need to read fanfiction and stream on my little computer. What am I, if not this? Oh my god, they got him. Thank you. Hey. Hey, my boy. Go, Magdalene. I see Baltus and Nazio managed to carry you home. Are you feeling better? No, I feel like shit. What do you want? You were supposed to come by and check on my dad today. His fever broke at dawn. That's good news, right? Magdalene... Klaus should have begun improving by now if he were going to improve. Numerous critical days have passed with no change. If anything, he's worse. Winter will be here soon and I'm running low on supplies. Once the snow comes, it will be months before a new shipment arrives. How is this possible? It doesn't matter how. It's out of my hands. You can't gather supplies in the meadow in the forest? Even if the things I needed grew here, Magdalene, it's nearly winter. I don't know how to help. I've tried what I can. I'm at the limit of my knowledge. I don't know what I'm doing. The whole town depends on you, Werner. Should they? You'll figure something out, right? That's what you do. That's what I used to do. There has to be a treatment I could try somewhere. Maybe the new Vesalius could help? Fine, Magdalene. My head hurts like hell. Leave me alone. God, you're so annoying. Please take care of yourself, Dr. Stolz. Oh, God. He thinks I'm annoying, but I want to kiss him. So what do we do? What that then, huh? What do we do then? Seems like we're at odds. I'm entering the chapel. Let me in. Did you hear me? I said let me in. Let me in. Oh, God. My God, this is amazing. I wonder what it must have looked like before the fire. Everything collapsed in the fire. I'll have to be careful climbing over this rubble to get past. The way this game uses music, where, like, it's not very often, but, like, it kicks in suddenly, really good. Oh, shit. You're fine. Don't just walk forward. Oh my God, Magdalene. Oh no, I can't get back up there. If I climb, it might collapse further. I have to find another way out. Oh my God. The tower. There's nothing left of the old staircase. I guess I can't go this way. These vines go all the way to the top, though. They look sturdy enough to hold my weight. There's no other way out. That's video game logic. I'm sure that these leaves can hold me, a human. Oh my God, Magdalene, you're gonna fucking die. I can see all of Tassing from here. I wonder if I can piece together the foundations of the Abbey and find a way to get to the library. Bet I could get down this way. The roof looks pretty stable. It is so, like, actually weird being here and it being all fucked up. But it's like I've seen it when it's not fucked up. And I know, and I'm sad. Oh god. I remember when the library burned down. Dad told me I was just a baby, but I remember the flames coming out of the windows. So many people were screaming and running around. I cried myself to sleep that night. I haven't seen this place since then. Doesn't look like there's anything left inside. I suppose it was too much to hope for. Well, Magdalene, how are you gonna get gonna get out of here? You're not. Where are these little flowers? These roses seem to have made the Abbey their home. I'm glad something beautiful is still growing here. Oh, the cemetery. No one's here to pay respects to Piero! Can't go to the animal pens either. Hi, Piero. Sausage Cat's ancestors! I wonder if there were always so many cats in the Abbey. Perhaps I can ask Wusslav what he remembers during his time here. Sausage Cat! He survived and he thrived! Pet. Place is a mess, how sad. If you don't feed the sausage cat, they don't show up? Yeah, because the sausage! The door's stuck, I can't get through. Those poor little guys! This... Who did this? Hey, who did this? An old mural, it's worn, but I can still see some of the figures. A dance of death? Is that all you're noticing? I'm noticing many things. What? These figures look new. The paint can't be more than a few years old. Someone's been adding to this. This feels wrong. Who added new figures to the Dance of Death, and why? These look like people from the town, from here, people who died. That must be the Baron, and that's Otto? Wait, is that... Someone's here. Hello? Who are you? I hated it. Why are we not running? Who got their hand stuck in a bear trap? Who is this? Is that Otto? That's supposed to be like a rock? No, like you can't run. You hold shift, like you can't run in when you're inside. You only walk. So we have a demon. We have a demon killing a man over a pile of one-eyed bodies. We have the brother stealing a diamond with a goat and a little frog. We have man writing with blood. We have, you know, anyway, the creatures. The door. Whoever was watching must have opened it. I don't like this. I think I've seen everything left of the Abbey. I want to get out of here. Yeah, I also want to get out of here, actually. I was excited about being here. And now I'm not excited anymore. It's snowing. Snowing already? The almanac said it shouldn't start for another week at least. I think we're in for a hard winter. There's more things I'm worried about than a hard winter. For example, the creature. Anybody around? No. What about in the forest, though? Where it's snowing? At the shrine? No, obviously there's nothing here. Because nothing ever happens to me that I want. Guys, like, I have to end the stream. I was like, certainly we'll beat it today. Right? I mean, certainly. Certainly today is the day that we beat this game. And the answer, was no. Do I have to go in the rat house? And consider? No, I don't have to consider. Alright, I'm going home, and then we'll end the stream, I guess. Question mark? What am I supposed to be doing? Okay. Oh, the translation. Okay, well, I guess we'll end here and have another stream's worth of game. So then, hopefully we finish it tomorrow. I'll probably just do whatever I have to do to finish it tomorrow. And then that'll be the whole week. And then next week, new stuff, you know? Eva and I want to start a new Project Zomboid game next week. So I guess we'll go back to The Sims and then we'll do some of that. And then I'll continue waiting for Dredge to come out. Sounds like a plan. This is, like... This is insane. Can I just say, and I might be calling myself out here, and I really hope that this is not, like I hope that this isn't an unpopular, it's, I don't know. Usually, when I play mystery games, I feel like I have an idea of what's happening. This game has broken down all of my defenses. I have no theories. I literally have no idea. I'm so lost. Like, this time period and, like, the things happening, I'm like, I don't fucking know about this. The game's like, oh, look at this person who writes in Gothic font with purple ink. I'm like, I don't fucking know what that means. You think that I'm smart enough to understand what that means? I don't know the historical purple font lore. You know? Like, I don't know. It's like I have vague ideas, but it's like based on nothing. I'm like, Amelie wears a white cloak and she runs. That's it. That's it. That's the only thing. And I'm just like, Il Peter's been alive a long time. Like, that's as far as it goes for me. I don't have any actual theories of like, oh, this person can write, and I don't fucking know. Who knows? Not me. I guess we'll find out tomorrow, huh? So, thank you all for coming. Happy Dylan Day. Dylan, I'm sorry that this was such a lore-heavy, like, you haven't been here for all of this, and it's been so lore-heavy, and I'm sorry. I love you. Thank you for being here. But, next week we'll be playing other things. I love you guys. Have a good rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye!